shout out to Mr. T, who sent me some very interesting reading materials earlier today. He the one who sent me the Business Insider article about Floyd Mayweather. And per usual, there's at least one guy in the comment section saying that it's a hit piece. We've been seeing hit pieces like that on Floyd Mayweather for years. And he did the whole tribal thing that they just don't want to see Mayweather with money, except that's not a hit piece, Brody. Those sources are verified. Either you're too lazy to read the article, or you just didn't want to listen to the video all the way through. They talked to people that know Floyd Mayweather. They talked to his former accountant. They talked to people that did business with him. It's not a hit piece, Brody. Like, y'all just say shit that you hear other people say. What it do, Luisito? What it do, George? Y'all just be, y'all cats like y'all protective of the, I guess, what you want Floyd to be. You want him to be that successful dude and all of that, but it's like, nah, the writing is on the wall and it's been there for years. It's just that, look, he did make a lot of money from the sport. So he's not going to go broke the way that an ordinary guy would go broke. It would take time to burn through that much money, but rest assured, with poor spending habits and poor money management, you can burn through almost any amount of money when you buying shit that ain't about nothing. Yo, you called me super. Oh, shout out to Final Boss. He called me Super Jules. All I need is the S. I got Superman shirts though. He called me Super Jules. I guess my shoulders is shouldering. Don't want what it do. They're like, yeah, it don't really matter what you made. It only really matters what you make. Floyd made enough money that if he wasn't the way that he was, if he wasn't that way, buying all this garbage and just burning through cash, he would never need for nothing if he wasn't that way. The reason that all this stuff keep happening, well, look at the shit you spend money on. Jewelry, cars that depreciate in value, bad investments that really don't pan out. And that's what money you had access to, because it's widely rumored, let's call it what it is. It's a rumor that you never got all your money because you let Al Heyman hold most of it. So what the fuck did he do with it? What if he made bad investments with the money? It's a lot of ways you could burn through a lot of money. That's the reality of that shit. But some people really don't like the idea that Floyd, what it do, Herb? Tim O. And yeah, shout out to Mr. T, because he sent me two very interesting reads. The other was from the deputy secretary. Apparently, they've frozen all child payments to the state of Minnesota on the premise of that over 13 billion or however much it was fraud in those daycare centers over there in Minneapolis. And it got to be bad for them to do something like that. Like, damn, y'all ain't kicking out no money for the child care over there. Hot dog, hot damn. But that's a lot of money to lose. How you lose 12, 13 billion or whatever it is? Like, how does that even happen, bro? How do you lose that? You can't lose that and nobody know how it happened. You know what I mean? Like, people is in charge of shit. And that's why they doing that, because it's like, yeah, there's no way this happened under y'all nose. Y'all had the run of the place, and there's no way this could have happened and one or some of y'all didn't know about it. There's no way. So they're going to get who they need to get. I just think it'll be crazy if Tim Waltz gets locked up. That would be nuts. If he get locked up in that shit, if him and Ilhan get locked up in that shit, because the shit was that when they had it, the last 4 years, nobody was paying attention to a lot of shit. So y'all figure this cookie crunchy, they ain't gonna do nothing to us. Nobody pay attention to the state of Minneapolis. Ain't nobody looking at what we doing over here. So they thought it was cool in the game. That shit crazy, man. Like I said, that'd be nuts if Tim Waltz gets locked up in that shit, bro. That'd be crazy.
He should, though.
I mean, you know, country. It's only so many ways it could have happened. That it's 12, $13 billion.
Him
How
and
do you,
Ilhan
how
Omar
do
both need
you
to be locked up on that shit, man.
how do you lose that much money and nobody's noticing that all this money? Like, fam, you should have noticed it at a few million. Y'all didn't notice that billions of dollars was evaporating in the
Yeah.
thing.
Well, they just know because they were taking money and they kindly looked the other way.
That's the only way it could happen. You know, there's only so many ways in that state. It's not like it's New York. It's not like it's California. It's Minneapolis, bro. There's only so many ways that amount of money could have came up missing. It's only so many ways, bro. But, you know, that shit wild, man. That shit wild what's going on up there. And, you know, another day in the life, yo. Another day in the life. But I got a feeling, man, Tim gonna end up in handcuffs. I really do got a feeling that, yeah, he gonna end up in handcuffs. I don't know about Ilhan. I don't know about her, but I
Um,
feel like, yeah, he gonna end up in cuffs. He might.
she may end up getting deported because they got that shit about her allegedly marrying her brother and
Yeah,
all
but we
kinds.
gotta see because I see a lot of people saying that shit. I'm not gonna qualify it, but I see a lot of people saying that shit. And my thought is, if that's really how she got in, how the fuck did she get in? You know, ain't she married to a white guy?
Now, well, that's why I said allegedly though, because
You know,
it's it's not a fact yet.
we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see.
But
I don't
she's
know if I
also
could
tied
believe it
to the
because
fraud too. So I mean, she's tied into getting money from that. So I mean, I think she'll get.
that you know that might be how they get her. Because like I said, you guys got the run of the place. That's y'all neck of the woods. That's where y'all in charge of shit. Herb, you got to fix your mic. It's too much static coming out of your shit.
You can
Um,
how do I sound?
I keep
Sounds good to
hearing
me.
background noise and shit.
I don't know. I didn't. I'm just sitting here. I didn't say anything at all. But
Oh,
let me know.
Unspeed is here.
But
What's
but
good, yo?
I'm gonna say that that might be how they get her ass, cause that's a lot of money, homie. Like 12, and it's not Texas. You know, like it's not a big state with a lot of shit going. It's fucking Minneapolis, bro. How does 12, 13 billion come up missing in fucking Minneapolis? Come on, homie. Y'all knew what was going on. Yo, if she get locked up for that, bro, wow. And Tim, wow.
What you
Hey,
talking
Because
about,
remember,
Elon?
yeah, no, Ilhan and Tim
Ilhan.
Waltz that I seen a shit from the deputy secretary earlier today. They not kicking out no money to daycare centers in Minneapolis as of today. They froze all that shit because of the fraud
Um,
probe.
I, I, if I'm honest, bro, I would love to clap her cheeks. I would
I would
love
Ah,
too. I
to.
mean, like that's just on the sex shit. Like off the
fuck,
sex
fuck
shit, I
yeah.
don't care about these laws, but that's crazy. Like, you know, she might really get got. Like, this shit, it's bad. Like, bro, like I said, that's a lot of money for nobody to know what the fuck happened. That's a lot of money, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Keep her
Ain't
hijab
ain't
on.
no mo ain't no motherfucking way that much could come up missing and somebody like what the fuck was y'all doing? Well, like how the fuck could that happen? Y'all acting like it's somebody else state. This shit happened on y'all watch, and y'all not gonna say nothing. And the worst shit is that what Tim said. Oh yeah, we gonna import more. Like you, so you gonna import more people so you can have more fraud. Like okay, homie, okay, you keep doing your thing, bro. I got a feeling they gonna get you. They gonna get you. You know.
They honestly their backs against the wall because let's say they do come down on them. Like let's say Tim decides, you know what, fuck all this fraud, bro. That whole state is democratic. They're not gonna vote them back in again. Like
No,
they're
Bueno,
fucked.
yeah, but I guess the biggest problem with them is they just don't want to believe that they got it wrong. So the voting patterns remain the same because people in a lot of people in blue states in major cities like Chicago, for example, look at the mayor over there, bro.
Oh my
And and
god.
oh
and
God,
how
look at him, confident fool.
and how fucking long has Chicago been a fucking shithole? Like it's been a shithole as long as I can remember, and it only ever got worse. But the voting patterns never changed. Like, well, y'all keep voting for the same old bullshit, so I mean, it's
They
not going to change.
they
Yeah,
honestly they go based off of like feelings and race politics. Like
Yeah.
that don't fuck to me. That shit don't matter. You could be my uncle. Like motherfucker, are you gonna do a good job?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
no,
main
you got
shit. That if you look at all the major cities in America, you look at New York City, for example, you look at Chicago, they all got a bad case of urban blight. But these are all traditionally cities that traditionally vote blue. So it's like, well, y'all just gonna keep voting for the same thing. So go ahead. Y'all the ones, motherfuckers on the outside, like, yeah, that's what y'all wanted. So when shit is fucked up, like I remember, what was it, country, a year ago or 2 years ago, there was an activist. He's like one of them white liberal type of activist dudes. Want to be a martyr and all that. That motherfucker got poked up in front of his girlfriend waiting for the bus. This the shit y'all
yeah,
vote
I
for, though.
remember that
It's the shit y'all vote for. Y'all vote for this crazy shit. You know,
because they were out at like 3 or 4 in the morning when they shouldn't have been because it was
you
dangerous.
know. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if that's how y'all want to live, bro, go ahead. Go ahead. But yo, that's like I said, I got a feeling, yo, they gonna get Tim. They gonna get Tim. Tim gonna be locked up. Ilham might get locked up too, though, because it's like there's no way y'all didn't know about this. That's too much money to lose. And
They-
for example, if by some chance you were completely oblivious to what was going on, if nothing else, that proves that you are not fit to serve that state. That's what, if you didn't know nothing, you didn't have nothing to do with it, but you didn't know neither. What that really proves is, okay, you still can't be in charge, because how could you lose that? How could that much money get lost and y'all didn't know about it? You know?
I don't know if I don't know if it's true, but they were saying that her tax records or whatever, that she was in debt like 45,000 and now she owns like 30 million, bro.
No, they said that her net worth, what I saw
Yeah.
was, at least,
Yeah.
that her net worth was like 45K and it shot up to 30 mil. Another story that's out there is that her husband, a white dude, is scrubbing all the information about his businesses off the internet. And
Wow.
it's the internet, so I'm
I
like,
wonder why.
it's the internet. It's the internet, so I'm like, yo, we'll see what comes out in the wash. But yo, that shit look bad, because if nothing else, this happened in your city, in your state, on your watch. This what happened. So that prove you not fit to lead nobody. What the fuck is you talking about? You not fit to lead no state in this country. Better get the fuck out of here. Shout out to motherfucking to Drew. Ticket broker Chris said Zuffa is going to have more shows than PBC and Top Rank combined in 2026. And don't get me started on Peanut Milligan. Well,
Fuck that guy,
when we
man.
talk about Peanut Head Milligan, it's simple, bro. And it really is what Undefeated said yesterday. To some degree, you kind of got to look at Turkey,
Yep.
because you created an environment where now nobody want to do nothing at market value. That basically, what, the only way to do the fight is to pay more for it than it's actually worth. Because I say it again, that's not a big fight. No, y'all think, well, that's not a big fight. If you do that on pay-per-view, that's not doing 500,000. That's not doing 400,000. No, it is
Fuck
not.
them.
And
Fuck
if it
them.
can't do that, then how is it big? If it can't do that,
If they're lucky, 200. If they're lucky.
te lo digo. What the Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis fight proved, and I don't give a fuck about that fight. I don't think any of you guys up here give a fuck about that fight. But
Nope.
what it did prove is, with the right fight, you could still do a million. That's what that proved. That even with the piracy and all that bullshit, the right fight will still do the right numbers. The problem is, y'all think every fucking fight is the right fight. Oh yeah, this is the biggest fight. How is this the biggest fight in boxing? How? Boots versus Virgil. Brody, Connor Ben versus Ryan is bigger than that shit. Yeah, that's bigger than that
Shit.
shit.
In
And
the U.
yo, Canelo could sneeze in his soup and it'll be bigger than that shit.
Yep.
Could sneeze in his soup and it'll be bigger than, like, that's not, if you can't do a minimum to me of 3 and change, it's not a big fight, homie. It's just not. And even 3 is not big. Because Mikey and Errol did 3. That wasn't big. Not like, that wasn't big. It did okay, but that wasn't big. So, and what you basically saying is that unless the zone kicks out more money to you than the fight is actually worth, you don't want to work. And Rick keep dry snitching on Ryan, because I read through the article. He's like, my fighter never tested positive for PEDs. My fighter never embarrassed the platform. right? You know who he talking about. You know who he
Stupid
talking
ass.
about.
Stupid ass.
And it's like I don't like Ryan, but facts is facts is facts. Ryan is popular. Virgil is like, yeah, Virgil is not. I'm sorry. Like, I wish he were. I wish he were. But no, they don't know him like that. Fucking undefeated don't even like him because he keep fucking listening to rock and
Fuck.
roll and shit.
The only reason why
Hey,
I
but
have to because he's
Jules,
down the street. That's it.
Yeah.
Merrigan coming out saying that basically confirmed what Rayfield said that it's civil war over there. Because how you going to downplay another Golden Boy guy? That's Oscar's payday right there.
Because he's jealous that Ryan is getting more money than him for the Barrios fight. If you read through the article, especially the last part, which is what gives it away, he mad that the zone is kicking out a lot of money for Ryan's next fight. They're kicking out a lot of money, or at least enough that Rick is mad. But Brody, how do you expect them to kick out that money for you? It's like you don't want to understand. Turkey paid y'all above market value, but yesterday's price is not today's price. Turkey not the one paying for the fight. So
And they know what Ryan's good for based on his metrics. So like, okay, we'll give you this.
yeah, you know Ryan, he hanging out with Neon, he's touching Chrissy and Rock's ass. He's
Yep.
popular. I don't even fucking like him, but I acknowledge that he's popular. Virgil, you not there. You never been there. You never been that. I
We
The
can
wish
go
mother,
to
you
your
were.
metrics.
the, the,
What are your views on a Ryan Garcia fight night when you go live compared to a Virgil, Jules?
Exactly. Got undefeated.
fucking Ryan Garcia met the president. Like
Yo, he was
Virgil,
shot. He was shadow boxing for Trump, bro.
yeah.
This dude.
What?
Fucking Virgil's in his parents' living room, fucking making interviews and shit. Like, nah,
Yo,
man.
dog, your dad still yell at you when the TV too loud, bro, Virgil, and you are 28.
No, I know, no, hey, he's not lying, bro. His dad went as far as still
Oh my
slapping
god.
him in the face at the gym, bro, using his debit card to fucking buy food. Like, he's not lying, bro. I'm dead serious.
Listen, I know that's true because I heard that from more than one person. A former boxer that I know that was in that gym, she said, "Yo, not only did he slap Virgil in the face, this was 3.5, maybe 4 years ago. Not only did he slap Virgil in the face, a female fighter from Argentina had to chastise his father. Like, yo, why you doing that? Why you humiliating him like that? It's about 3, 4 years ago. I heard about that shit. Somebody who's connected told me that shit. They're like, yeah, his dad be bugging. And I'm like, Brody, so what? You was 25 when that happened? Or yo, yo,
Be bugging.
24?
That's cold, man.
Wow. He
That's
still getting
crazy.
smacked in the face. Yeah.
Yup, in the gym. In the gym.
In the face.
Yeah.
What else they
Was
told me was that the rhabdo might have been brought on, not just because Virgil's big for the weight, but because his daddy was working him too hard. That's what they told me. Like, yeah, his daddy was working him too hard, doing
was
too
that
much.
female fighter that told you that Japanese, or does she say alhamdulillah?
No, that was a good friend of mine from south of the border in Mexico, but
Oh,
lives here in
okay.
the United States.
Oh,
And
shit.
that's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
Okay.
I ain't
I
going
can
I ain't
believe
Because
going
it.
to say
I
more
think
than
I know
that.
what gym it is then.
I'm going to say more than that. But yo, like I said, like I heard that shit, and I'm like, yo, dog, you in your mid-20s and your dad is spanking you in front of people, or fucking.
And he has
Hey,
you on
funny thing
allowance.
though, I
It's
was in the
crazy.
gym. I just left the gym with my boy Rudy Hernandez. Name drop. Jules, you're onto something with that Ohashi. You're onto something with that Ohashi shit. Rudy
I
was
know I
Rudy
am.
told Rudy told me that Hernandez was out there in the gym, and after two sparring sessions with Inoue, they kicked him out of the gym. They're like, okay, you got to go.
I'm gonna tell you the truth that I'm gonna be real, Drew. I don't think Ohashi wants that fight, and I don't know that we get that fight. But what I said yesterday still stands. Right now, I don't want that fight.
Nope.
Right now, what I want is Junto versus MJ, or Junto versus Cardenas, or Junto versus Luis Neri, just for the hype. I'm ain't nobody dumb out here, right? I
Mhm.
know that he knew he is nothing like Hernandez. So if Hernandez made you look bad, that don't really mean nothing to the Inoue fight. Like that don't mean shit to that fight because Inoue don't fight like that. You see what I mean? So that don't really mean shit. You can still do the fight, but just for the hype and for it to be what it could be, Junto needs to restore balance and restore the faith of the people. They're like, yo, go in there with somebody. I'm saying Cardenas. Why Cardenas? Because Cardenas gave Inoue a hard time. If you knock his fucking block off, motherfuckers, all right, this motherfucker.
All is right with the world.
I don't
All
know.
is
I
right
don't
with
know
the
if he gets
world.
past Cardenas.
I
And
don't
let me
know
have a
either.
new A. Okay, let me get a new A. Bam. Then stop being a little bitch. Then Bam. You keep inserting yourself. Jump to 122.
Bam not going to nobody think like Bam will hide at 118, homie. The only dude he would jump up, and that's if he would even jump up 2 weight classes, because they just talking and acting. It would be for Inoue if they was going to do that. They're not
No,
going to
that's what I'm
jump up
saying.
2
Go
weight.
jump up for new Inoue then, Bam.
But even now though, you know, because he not going to jump up for Junto. Just Junto don't even got a belt for you to fight for. So right now that fight don't make no sense. But if y'all really about that life, yeah, jump up there for Inoue. You know, yeah, go ahead. You know,
Fuck it.
shout out to motherfucking Virtuoso. Virgil is 27 without a single world title fight to his name. I'm gonna start calling him Virgin or T. Yeah, you might as well. You might as well. Shout out to motherfucking George. Worst wreck. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do
come on.
that.
You know what sucks though, Jules? Ryan Garcia's gonna get a fucking belt before Virgil Ortiz, and we're gonna have to deal with that fucking shit of a unification with fucking Devin in 20. I'm fucking sick.
Those
I
fucking
don't think it's. I don't. Let me tell you something, Drew. I don't think it's gonna be Devin for the same reason Devin ain't getting Lewis Crocker. I don't think it's gonna be Devin. What did Eddie say, Drew? Yo, for the money they want, Turkey gonna have to pay for that because we not doing that. That fight, that's what he took. Remember, Bill went up to him 2-3 weeks ago trying to do the Charmin Darling bullshit, trying to get a Lewis Crocker fight. But you want a turkey bag, homie. Eddie not gonna give you Eddie yet. Yo, come on, dog. You do Devin Haney versus Lewis Crocker in America, bro. What the fuck does that do on pay-per-view, bro? What does that even do, bro?
Double wood.
yeah, that fight's
Triple
happening, bro.
plastic.
Turk,
Double spork, double metal cuchara that you stir
Yeah,
the
that
beans
no.
with.
Nobody wants to
fucking
see Devin, bro. Devin's fucking ass.
fucking Turkey's gonna pay for it, bro. You know
Yeah,
he's a sucker
I
for
don't know that.
that.
I don't know that because if Turkey all of a sudden doesn't want to pay for Virgil Ortiz's fight with Boots, why would he want to finance Devin's fight?
Well,
Thank you.
Turkey gotta see what people are saying. They're like, yo, this dude, yeah, he could win, but he boring as fuck.
I hope not. Like I hope they don't
You
pay
think
for
you
it,
think
but
come on, bro. You think Turkey gonna bring Devin to Saudi with the Prince watching on one of those nights and like this is what you're paying my money for? This
You don't
boring ass
use this
shit.
dude. You don't use this dude 2 times on your shows. You used them for the Ramirez and you used them for the Norman. And they were both duds. Like I'm not convinced that he gets a second crack at the apple. And least of all for Lewis Crocker. So it's like I would say that I believe what Connor Ben said. If Ryan wins the WBC, Connor said there are concrete talks for us to fight. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Connor
I'll
Ben
take that.
versus, yeah, I'll take
And
that.
and that's a bigger fight than Zurdo and Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo.
That's a bigger fight than a lot of shit. Like, because you don't gotta, it's the same with Connor. You don't have to like Connor. A lot of people in the UK, they want him to be the bad guy. But no matter what, y'all motherfuckers is watching. His 2 fights with fucking Eubank were both huge because of y'all. Y'all the ones watching them. So it don't matter if you like him. You still watching. And him and Brian Garcia is way bigger than anything involving Devin. Like, and I don't even like Ryan, but it's like, yo, it's the truth, bro. I don't want to see Devin fight. I don't want to see you do nothing, homie.
So we're really gonna get Pacquiao and Mayweather on Netflix, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
My homie in production told me, yeah, he's the first to tell me that. He told me that
I'm
weeks
not
ago.
watching that, man.
Now, if the undercard is Fundora versus Thurman and Antoine Russell versus Hirioka, I'll watch that. I will watch that. Remember,
Who's the promoter?
it's
Who's the promoter of that though,
Who you
Jules?
think is gonna be TGB? Who you think is gonna be like they did Manny's last fight? You gonna see PBC fighters on that undercard. That's who's gonna be on that shit. So if that's the undercard, right? Remember, Netflix don't do the pay-per-view thing. So yeah, I'll watch these 2 old bastards. Shit, I might not even pay attention. I might put up pictures of Megan Thee Stallion while the fight is on. But I'll watch the undercard though. Like, yeah, I'll watch the undercard because it might be good.
I was
Shout out
I
to
was
motherfucking Deed. Before let me read this.
yeah.
Shout out to Deed. Who will come back first, Spence or Andre?
Oh
Man,
God damn.
that's a good question. That's actually a
Fuck.
good question.
Oh my god.
Andre went
You,
MIA after
you know
fucking
what?
Ness cooked
You know
him.
what? I'm gonna put $25 on Andre, just because the car payment. Eventually, he gonna have to make that car payment. Spence, he got enough money he could cool out, but Andre, eventually that Con Ed bill gonna get your ass and that car payment.
I'm
You'll
pro
be back.
box,
You'll
bro.
pro box, baby. Yes,
That's
sir.
No,
right.
no, no.
But
He'll just who'll pay that car note for him is fucking lunch trunk boxing. You know, he loved that guy.
It'll be Andre versus that Cuban dude, Asma Iglesias. That dude. It'll be them two. You know, so it'll be them two on Pro Box. Gary Jonas and them. It'll be that shit. But
Didn't
I
they
got
just
I got 25 that Andre to be the first one to come back.
do the Mando for Canelo? The
Brody,
IBF?
that shit, that's not a fucking man though, bro. You think Canelo like, bro? Canelo is
What,
fucking drinking micheladas somewhere, bro. That dude is not
bro?
worried about no fucking BF
Especially after the
bullshit.
last Cuban he fought. Shit,
And then he puts
Shut up.
Eson's picture up.
Yeah, I had to do. Yeah, I do that because Eson. That's his cousin. Shout out to Nissan. Shout out to Eson with the Nissan.
Where's he been lately, man? We haven't seen him around.
No, he's on Twitter, bro. I've seen him earlier on Twitter. On Twitter. Yo, who? Come on with that shit, bro.
Roman.
Fix your fucking mic. Come on.
That wasn't me. I got a new mic.
I'm muted.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he on Twitter. He just don't be on the YouTube shit that much, but he's still on Twitter. He is. He on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you seen you ever seen like a Autobot transforming, like on a Transformer movie?
Yeah.
That's what the front of that fucking automobile looked like.
Yo.
That shit looks crazy. Look,
Yo, Herb, I said it yesterday. I ain't say the shit to be funny neither. I don't play with shit like that.
yeah, me
But
neither.
honest to God, Herb, I
Yeah.
seen that shit. I'm like, yo, that shit look like pulled pork. Straight up. That shit
That
look like
shit-
pulled pork.
Wow. See, that shit was a hard fucking hit. And Josh, I would just retire and just dedicate my life to God.
You know what the shit with him is? He got a thing. Like, I could see him retiring, right? I could see that. And I could see I could see him. It's possible, right? But the shit with him is he always want to put on a brave face and soldier on. That's you see that on him that he like, oh, I didn't want to give up. You shit like that. But it's like, maybe you should, homie. You've been through a lot.
You see
Yeah.
them
You should.
bodies? You see them bodies of I seen the blood. Man,
Yo,
that shit was
motherfuckers is mad because somebody posted that shit that when the bodies was in the street, they was like it because that shit is disrespectful. Them dudes is dead, homie. Like, why would you show that?
Yeah, big time, man.
That shit is disrespectful. Like, what the fuck? That them dudes got families and shit like that, right?
right.
That shit wrong, but motherfuckers don't care, man. Motherfuckers these days do everything for the fucking clicks, bro.
For real, he coming out of the damn car, he all in distress and they trying to help him out. They got their phones up in his face. That shit is, man. That's
You see, Herb, that's how I know me and you in the same age group, because that's the same. I'm like, yo, y'all got phones all in this man's face. He was just in a near fatal experience, and
real.
first shit y'all do is pull an iPhone out. That's crazy, homie. Like, that's
Go call the
wild.
ambulance. Yeah,
well, you in Nigeria, homie. You know?
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
I ain't trying to be fucked up or nothing. They the ones said it, not me. They're like, there's no infrastructure over there, homie.
Yeah,
there's no infrastructure. And I
But
said
I'm
it
help.
yesterday.
Go get
I
help.
said it
is what I'm saying.
yesterday. I said it yesterday, Herb, that you had to have been going super duper fast because you hit a station. They hit a garbage truck that was parked, is what they hit. They hit a parked garbage truck. So it's like, yeah, y'all had to have been going OD fast.
And
Because look at the state of the car.
again, do they permit that kind of driving in that particular they let them drive like that?
I think that shit was like a highway or something like that, and it's like the garbage truck was on the shoulder. But like I said, Brody, it's Nigeria. They don't got no infrastructure like that over there, bro.
Yeah, you
They
mean
don't
like
got. That's why right after the accident happened, yo, they was there for a bean, and it wasn't no ambulance. It wasn't no helicopter that came in to scoop. Like, nah, those was regular cats that was helping. Like those regular people that was doing that was helping them. You know what I mean?
I read a statement, and now it makes sense that they had to like low key carry his ass to the hospital, to the nearby hospital, because there's no ambulances. It's like,
Well, it
damn.
was eventually a cop car came. Eventually, a cop car came, and they put him in a cop car, and they took him to the ambulance and all that. Because I seen that video where the cops scoop him up, put him in the passenger side, drive him to the hospital, and all of that. But it's just like, Brody, what we supposed to say? It's fucked up, but like I go back to the shit. Yo, y'all had to have been going pretty fucking
Yeah.
fast for that car to end up looking like that. Yeah, y'all had them going too fast for it to look like that. Shit looked like straight up a chopped cheese sandwich, homie. When you look at the front of the car, that shit just looked like pulled pork and chopped cheese. It's,
Like,
you can't make nothing out of that shit. It's just you
it's
can't
like
make
a
nothing out
work
of
of
that shit.
art. You see what I've seen? I've seen the Transformers. We both seen two different versions of
Motherfucker seen
art.
I seen the chopped cheese when I open it up to see if how much cheese is in it is what I seen. That's
Wow.
so shit is
Wow.
that shit not funny, Herb. That shit
It's,
not funny,
it's not. I'm
bro.
saying that we're talking about the automobile. I mean, like,
You
damn,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit,
man.
wow, homie. Like that shit. And God bless him, man. But I said,
Yeah.
I said it that John Fury, he jumped on the shit. And he was saying, God bless AJ and all of that. And he said some shit that I knew, like, yo, this is insensitive. He said, "Oh, God was protecting AJ. God was protecting you, laddie, and he touched you and he protected you." And it's like, don't say that because he got homies that's dead now. So what you saying? God protected me, but not them? Don't you
Yo,
know
hey, Drew, the hard as it sounds, sometimes it's like that, though, yo.
it is, but AJ is not of that faith. He Muslim. He not he not a Christian. AJ,
The
is
I
AJ
didn't
not
know
a
longer,
that.
Christian?
as long as you believe, Drew, as long as you believe, man, you get touched like that, you know? That's the
That's
whole thing about freestyling. Freestyling, people in certain different origins of religion, they freestyle. They not really believers. They don't get touched like that. So, and,
that is true though. That is
well,
true.
you're a true believer.
You know, it sometimes it take for some frightening shit to happen. Like I don't, we don't know the state of the man, but I would say that how could, and I said it yesterday. You wasn't here, Herb. That how can you care about shit like fighting and shit like fury and shit like money and shit like that after
Yeah.
you done been how like bro this shit ain't about nothing. It's not about nothing. This
Yeah,
shit.
you just got around death. I mean, like that could, that could have easily been you.
Yeah.
You got around,
Literally.
and please, I wish I would think about fighting. That's why I said I just chill the fuck out. You know,
I think if it's me, Herb, I make it, because he got a lot of money, right? All these bitches want to give him some pussy. So if it's me, I'm getting 10 bitches pregnant in like
for
10 countries. I'm getting 10 bitches pregnant in 10 countries, like different countries and shit. And I'm gonna start a fucking army, bro. Like, what the fuck I look like still fighting, homie. Like, this changed my life. I'm just gonna get all these bitches pregnant. Like mad bitches.
you're gonna get
Yeah.
more pictures now. This right here and enhances the magnetic force he has over him.
You
He
know how
gonna
many bitches is trying to paraglide to his house right now with bandages and shit and
they
chamomile tea and
turn
shit?
the hospital.
With no thong on and shit.
You know what I'm saying? All these all these bitches is going commando, hopping out of plane, like you know what I'm saying? Trying to go to his house and shit. Like, yo, you gotta fuck all these bitches, AJ. Like you need to go to UK, fuck a lot of those white bitches, man. Like, yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta fuck them white bitches. And then go to Germany, fuck some bitches over there. Go to Italy, fuck some bitches over. Like, this is what needs to happen. Shit like that. But it's fucked up, man. Like, God, like on some real shit, not even on no joking shit. That shit is sad, homie. He knew them dudes for a minute. Them wasn't just dudes that he trained with. He was cool with them dudes, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
it it's a different kind of cool when you travel with somebody. You gotta be around
Yeah,
them the whole time. Shit.
Man,
yeah.
and put a video up a few hours ago, I think, and then with those guys playing out vacationing and playing table tennis. I'm like, man, I can't watch this.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
fucked up. And they was,
You know,
and they was young dudes and they was doing well and seeing the world and shit like that. It's just fucked up, man. Like it's just one of those things you can't say nothing except damn that's fucked up, man. This is
Yeah,
fucked up.
like I'm pretty sure he's really, really cool with Eddie, but he don't want to go to fucking Bahamas or Nigeria with Eddie. It was just business, but his
Nah.
boys,
I mean, like, I think they cool, but like, yeah, he ain't trying to be fucking these bitches with Eddie. Like, you look over Eddie's fucking a bitch.
Sky and shit.
Well, you always got to bring that.
Hey, Oscar brought it up,
He,
bro.
he can't not bring that shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, it'd be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the old head to him. Like that's my old head. Like, yeah, I listen to him, but that's my old head. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to be out here swimming in the pool with him or nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
hey, yo, Jules, let me tell you this. Right, check it out. All right, now with Keyshawn and Shakur, I don't know, man. I think it's some kind of funny thing and the booty thing going on with those guys.
My dude,
I
yo,
mean,
you
because
see,
check it
you
out, because
no, homie, you seen what I seen that you
let me,
thought I told you them dudes came out the house wearing the same sweatsuit.
yeah, let me get to let me get to this now, and because it's funny because you look at them, or they vow not to fight each other. You trying to clean up my mess after De Santos. You want to go out there and punish him, and now they're saying that, I'm trying to make some sense out of what I heard some fucking idiot on the voice this morning saying. Trying to make some sense of it though. But it's like Tio was supposed to be Keyshawn's fight.
Yep.
The build up, the monkey, the bananas, the box, the letter, the beating up the father. It was supposed to be, but now Shakur steps up. I don't. It's something strange going on, man. Some kind
Yo,
of
listen, I told you these young motherfuckers is too cool with each other in this era, bro. Like, I'm be real that if Jake Donovan published an article tomorrow that Shakur took a bath with Keyshawn yesterday, I would not be surprised. I would not like, yeah, I figured that shit came out.
Can you imagine?
American boxing, man. American boxing.
Can you imagine somebody asked Bob? So Bob, what do you think about Keyshawn and Shakur taking a bath together?
yeah. But I'm saying, but then again, how about maybe that was just a uncertain Keyshawn that just probably figured I'm not gonna fuck with
Nah, son.
Tio now, and
Nah,
then
son.
or said I'll do it. Fuck it, I got it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna be real that all these young motherfuckers, it's the shit that Alex Jones said, homie. They turning the frogs gay. So they doing that shit to these young motherfuckers, bro. Like all these motherfuckers got a
Damn.
twinkle. All these motherfuckers got a twinkle in their eye now. Like that's my homie. That's my friend. All
Wow.
right, that's your friend. What the fuck?
You're
All
not gonna
right.
fight?
It's like all you gotta do is make $1 million and put on bright colors, and here we go. Bling, they
Saying,
rainbow. Yeah.
That means
you know what
like
I'm saying?
they're not gonna fight now. All these guys are not gonna fight. It's
I mean,
like
like
that.
that.
Like that.
That I guess the shit is. I could live without them fighting, right? Because I never thought they was gonna fight. I never thought they was gonna fight. Not even because they friends. It's just I didn't see they in different places. Shakur is he's further along than Keyshawn. So it's like, what the fuck would they fight for? You way
Mm.
ahead of this dude right now. So why would y'all fight? But the shit really gay because it's like, Brody, last I checked, I'm pretty sure it was the same for Herb. I'm pretty sure it was the same for Undefeated. I'm pretty sure it was the same for everybody on the panel. A lot of your friends is people that you fought. Either y'all fought before y'all became friends, or y'all was friends and y'all fought after that. Like, bro, that's normal. You fight your friends. I mean, as far as I know, that's how it was with
Yeah.
my friends. All my best friends was people that I fought in high school. All my
Yeah.
best friends. So literally, we met them guys. They was in one class, we was in another. We fought each other. Like, yeah, that's how we met. That's how we all got cool. So for y'all to be on this, y'all got on some like, I can't
That's
fight
some
him.
new shit. Like
I
that's
love him. That yo,
where where did yo, where did
That's my brother.
where they find these
Infamous last words.
like where they finding these sperm
But I love him.
man?
No.
I'm telling you, Nesta
Some
gonna
new
have
shit.
Keyshawn. Nesta gonna have Keyshawn on there one day, man. Next year. I can't fight him. I love him. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be
And then
like
fucking and Shakur gonna call in crying. I love you too, yo. You know what I'm
they're gonna
saying?
be
The
on
shit
the
just
they're gonna be in the front deck of the Titanic. You know, in that scene.
know what I'm saying? I love you, Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love you, Jack.
Fucking
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What the
fucking Andy Cruz is gonna pull up and Shakur's gonna stand in front of Keyshawn, protecting him. I got this.
For
I'm saying,
real.
where
Andy gonna throw one of them green dildos from the WNBA and Shakur gonna dap.
Oh
The
God.
CIA shit.
the fuck
he
they
gonna,
releasing?
he gonna catch it with his teeth. He like Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, go right.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Gonna bring up that gap he got and shit.
you know, it's a
He gonna catch that shit in the
He
gap,
gonna catch you
bro.
with the SpongeBob teeth.
oh
It's like it's like a certain generation of men.
They gonna need a toothpick to get that shit.
Because no, but real shit, Herb, and this is proven. They said the further back you go, the more testosterone the guys had. So then when you see shit like this, like listen, homie, fighting your homie don't mean y'all not friends. That don't mean that. That don't mean y'all not friends. If anything, yo, let's get money. You know what saves them is nobody actually wants them to fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we sitting here like, yo, man, fuck Keisha. We don't get like y'all don't gotta fight, but people keep asking them about it. And at minimum, I just kind of think that the reaction should be, bro, we homies. Let's get money. We cool. Let's get money. And no hard feelings after that. Because we
Mm.
cool. Friends fight. As far as I know, they do. I don't know about now. What did that shit change? Friends fight. As far as I
Man,
know.
Especially for some money.
if
Shit.
you're a grown ass man living your grown ass man life in your own corner of the world, we got time to be friends with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got a family.
Hmm.
So that friendship, what the fuck? It
Yo,
don't make no-
you know what this? Yo, I ain't going front because I have become like I really did become a nomad, high key. You know, back home, got the social circle, all the people, dap everybody up. We go out, all the shit. But I don't know if it's that way for all of us. But I know that I became a nomad. Like, yeah, I don't want motherfucker talking to me. My friends is my friends, and they up north. Anybody else, I don't want nobody talking to me. And like if you like I said, this is what makes this an unnatural environment because we all cool. Like we chop it up all the time because we have a common ground that brought us together. So now we know each other in a manner of speaking. But on a day-to-day, Herb, yeah, I don't be wanting motherfuckers talking to me about nothing, bro. I just want to smoke my Newport and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
I walk with my head down. I will not be making eye contact. You ain't a
I
pretty
go
mommy or a nice little, I ain't making eye
trying to
contact
tell
with
you.
you. That my head down.
I go to the gym. I've been going to the gym since February, right? So out of clear blue sky, the bitch start calling me my name. I got a little bit upset because
The
she said
whole
it real
full name.
loud. Because she said it loud enough people could hear it. Like, and I'm from New York. Like, like, bro, if I'm on your block, I'm her. Like, nah, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Wow, but
And that's like the other time I was by St. Nick Projects. I'm rolling dice with my people under the building. Bitch from the job passed by. She on 8th. This the weirdest shit. St. Nick Projects is not on St. Nick, for those that don't know. It's on 8th. The shit makes no fucking sense. St. Nick is the next Ave.
yo, my little nephew took 2 ounces of weed to St. Nick when I was on live with you. I meant to tell you and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
My little nephew went his way to St. Nick trying to take 2 O's of weed. I forgot to tell you we was talking about fights and shit though.
Check it out. The bitch said, Julie, I'm like, yo, what the and everybody started laughing like, like, yo, what the fuck? It's like I said, I don't really like and go back to shit. I'm real antisocial. Like, yeah, you ask my wife, I'm real antisocial. I could fake the funk. Like, yeah, I could fake it. Like, I could do the people thing, talk to people and all that bullshit. But that shit for me, I guess they had a thing. They was like, yo, this how you could tell who the real introverts are. If you feel drained being around people too long, you're introvert. And that's how I feel like, yeah, I don't be around here talking to y'all motherfuckers, man. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? I could do it for a bit, but I gotta get the fuck out of here. And the older I get, the more it's like that. Like, yo, dog, I want to be in my house with the snacks. and the
Yes.
television. That's where I want it. That's my paraiso with the snacks. Don't be outside too long, round motherfuckers too long. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shout out to Napoli. Javante Davis would want a dildo with a French tickler attached to it more than anything. He would have a vibrator attached to the dildo with a battery in it.
Damn.
Oh
And it has a setting. It has a setting for grand mal seizure, so that it shakes your ass while you
God
sit
damn.
down, bro.
God damn.
Javante, bro.
Hey, speaking of dildos, I was watching your relay video about Floyd being broke. Man,
Yeah,
it
man.
would be. Can you imagine if 50 would make one about Floyd being broke? Do you imagine? Can you imagine how many people he could talk to? He could talk to Ishay. You know he don't like that motherfucker. Ishay.
oh
There's a
There's so many people that don't like Floyd that it's like it's not. But that's how you know the shit is real too. Undefeated. That there's a lot of people that Floyd Mayweather dealt with. If you looked in the article, or if you watched the video, one of the dudes calling him broke is his old fucking accountant.
wow.
Literally, like, it's
yeah,
his old accountant. Like he would know, bro. Like this is what he
Yeah.
do. He would know. You know.
God.
Damn.
Because it was a dude in the comments that got mad. He was like, yo, I've been hearing hit pieces about Floyd for years. That's cool that you heard him for years, but that don't mean it's not true. That's not a hit piece. He owe these people money. These is facts. The dude that used to fly his plane, I don't know if you made it that far in the video. He sold the plane, Undefeated.
Yeah, I
The
seen
Air
it.
Mayweather, he sold that shit.
It's bad. You know it's bad when you owe jet fuel. Like, bro, you owe jet fuel, bro.
Yeah.
And it's bad when the dude, because he had the same pilot, a guy named AJ Macy, something like that. AJ Macy, AJ something like that. The dude that flew the plane for him for years, he's like, yo, this dude is, you know what I'm saying? He ain't a dude that was around you that long. He ain't just gonna say that for no reason. It's because you burned him. And it seemed like anybody be around this dude too long. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Told my Mayweather Promotions. What is Mayweather Promotions, homie? Like, what is they promoting?
And
Not
then
Rolly?
when he was
Strippers.
when he was retired, when he was like, "Yeah, I made smart investments," I always scratch my head off of them. I'm like, Floyd, you dumb. Before you gonna make smart investments?
That's what I'm saying. And he would
Then
When
just
he
say that
came out
shit.
with that
What?
300
What?
million a month.
When he would say that shit, he sound like a Pokemon. You know the Pokemon don't know how to say shit, but his name like Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's Floyd. Smart investments, smart investment smart, smart investment. That's him. He a Pokemon.
Bro, that he's about to lose the building for a strip club.
That's what they said, that the building is he could lose the building unless he situate that shit for girl collection. That's what the article said. You
Has
know.
I
he lost
remember,
any of his gyms yet?
yeah,
Uh,
the employees at his gym a long time ago, before this story even came out, you got Jules, said that he wasn't paying them at the gym.
I saw that story.
But that,
I saw that
that
story.
out way before you even got the story here. I'm like, wow. So he been
And it's
sneaking.
like that, and it's like that all around, and it's been like that for like right now. It's like that all around, and it's been like that for years. Remember, after he fought Logan Paul, Logan said he stiffed him on the bread.
Damn.
Logan said that he ain't get the bread he was supposed to get from Mayweather. It's like, you know what I mean? Like and certain shit is common sense. That listen, yo, dog, you're not gonna hear about Elon Musk owe $100 at Jimmy Jazz for some Timbs. You're not gonna hear no goofy ass shit like that.
Concrete buster.
You know what I mean?
Fucking
Like,
Roman.
he owe for trash collection.
That is
500 and change.
that is crazy.
This was gonna be
Yo,
big.
for trash. Like you owe this dude $1 million. You owe them 100,000. You owe these dudes more than that. And you owe 500 and change for trash collection, homie.
Wow.
Yo, come on,
I
B.
hope the trash collecting people go J. Fuck the trash collecting people go J Prince on.
Right. What if they just walk in his house and beat the shit out of him with a bag of trash?
No J.
Out of your little ass.
Or they throw them in a dumpster.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Virtuoso. If they haven't already, OnlyFans about to collect Floyd girls if they ain't getting paid. Listen, like
Damn.
listen. I'll tell you what. No, because I would tell you what. You know what I'm saying? you gotta have the equipment for this type of shit. But I'm gonna say, if worse come to worse, and I'm Floyd, yeah, I'm starting OnlyFans, and I'm gonna fuck a lot of bitches on that shit, and a lot of people gonna watch pay-per-view, baby. That's what we do. This pay-per-view. That's what we do. $13.99.
What?
You watch me knock these motherfuckers out, and I watch me knock pussy out. That's gonna be the shit. That's gonna be the
Jules,
it's gonna,
nobody gave a fuck about his exhibitions. Why would they pay for his OnlyFans?
I'm saying, like, if you're doing it with the right bitches, check it
Well,
out.
Malik Scott. Malik Scott, didn't he?
You could have a trailer like Avengers. Like, I would make a whole for real trailer, and I would hire Patrick Stewart and all them people. This is a real trailer. Yeah, we really gonna sell these pornos out here. I don't know why Floyd ain't do that yet. Like, yeah, I'd have did that. I'd have been did that.
If you had to put up, because I was looking at the whole video and how he had to pay back taxes and then he had like everything, bro. If you had to put a number, how much do you think he got, like in liquid?
You want my honest opinion? I don't
Yeah,
think Floyd has. I don't think Floyd has, but 30 mil to play, and you stretching that 30 mil off your name value. I'm telling you, I don't think he got more than 30. Yeah. Why 30? Because you had to go to Don Henke for a loan for 53 mil. Like, why are you getting, my dude? You made like $1 billion from boxing. The fuck you getting a loan from him? And for 54 mil? Brody, you supposed to have that. Like, if anything, he should be coming to you for a fucking loan. What that tell me is you didn't get, either you didn't get all your money that you earned, or Al burnt through that shit because you had him holding it. And what if he made bad investment with the shit? Yeah, that's how it happened to Rocky. The
Jules,
accountant made bad investment with Rocky money.
But you gotta remember, this is the same dude who's out here tricking away fucking millions of dollars at the Gucci store and bragging about it. So he made a lot
Yeah,
of stupid moves too.
listen, yeah, but the shit is that he's doing lo que yo estoy viendo, Ignacio. Él está haciendo toda esa vaina with other people's money. Tú no ves that he's borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. You see what I mean? You doing scams. You doing scams and defrauding motherfuckers. You getting jewelry from this guy, and then you owe this guy, and it's like you taking it over here and flipping it or something. Like, yeah, you robbing Peter to pay Paul. If I had to guess what you got to play, 20 to 30. But the overhead of your lifestyle is catching up because you spend way too much. Yeah, you had
The
to sell the
motherfucker
jet.
has full-time security and he don't do shit.
Right, you remember they said he sold all the houses in Beverly Hills. He might lose girl collection. You still got a settlement or something that you got to pay the jet fuel. You owe the jewelers. You owe the dude in Miami. You had a fraud case with another dude because you had a ticket scam. You had a cryptocurrency scam. It's like, yo, my dude, like, that's not shit. You're not gonna hear Jeff Bezos in no shit like that. Like, yeah, yo, Jeff Bezos, he didn't pay the Klarna. So now they're gonna take the Timbs back. Like that's not shit. That's just not shit. That's not shit that happened to money getting motherfuckers, bro. Like, it ain't, bro. Like, it ain't.
I remember around 2013, 2014. This is after the Canelo fight, and he had a big paycheck. They were building his house in Vegas. Is that the one that he sold too?
I don't know if he sold the Vegas one. The article said that he sold several properties. The Don Henke dude said, which was revealing, different people buy stocks, different people buy bonds. It seems that Floyd Mayweather likes his money to be in houses. So he had a lot of different properties. But if you read all through that article, I didn't even get all the way through it undefeated. It was more that he owed more than that. And a lot of the properties, he sold some of them, right? He sold some of them, and then he used others as collateral to make different investments that also did not pan out. So it's like, what you really got left, homie? It sounds like you lost a lot of property. That's what I'm getting from the article.
Julius,
Sound like you lost a lot of property.
Julius, let me ask you, and and the people on the panel too. Do you think this is surprising that Floyd is getting this? That we get this news? You think it's surprising that he's broke, or he might be broke?
No, because he's not smart.
Yeah,
He's not smart.
I don't think-
What I like in Floyd Mayweather too is your atypical rapper in the early 2000s that thought he had a label. You know that the bigger labels. Yo,
Who's that?
Leo, what the fuck, bro? The fuck, bro? He coming on here with alien signals, bro. Like the fuck are you on a NASA satellite, bro? Like
Is
He's
he
on
being
that.
beamed up in Chile?
He's on that. He's on that whole movie and shit.
but you remember in the 2000s they told any prominent rapper that was selling going platinum, yo, we gonna give you a record label to sign your own artist. That shit was fugazi. Like that's they giving you a play phone, homeboy. That's what they doing. They letting you feel like you got power. It was that way with Floyd. You think you a business mogul. No, you're not smart
No.
enough for that. Like you're not
Yeah.
a business mogul. You're not an entrepreneur, homeboy. You still been selling fights, even though you retired. What you been selling? Fights. Fight with Chalmers, fight with Don Moore, fight with Logan Paul, fight with Tenshin Nasukawa, fight like you still selling fights, bro. Technically, you didn't retire because you still out here fighting. Now what you about to do? You about to fight Manny Pacquiao. You didn't retire. That's all you know how to. I ain't knocking him, but I'm saying that this mystique that he got, that he's this amazing businessman, yeah, that was all smoke and mirrors. You
Yeah.
let Al Heyman do all the thinking for you, and then when you retired and separated from Al, you just started spending money like a fucking dickhead because you don't know what else to. What do you need with all that jewelry for, bro? Understand something. What is that for? These
Yeah.
bitches all know I got money. If you want me to change your life, I don't need a chain. You need to suck my dick. The fuck?
Well,
I don't
Jules,
need a
everybody
chain.
should have known that that dude was full of shit when every time he fought before he officially quote unquote retired. Remember, every time he fought, he was paying back payments to the fucking IRS. So you knew he
Yeah,
was
but that
already in
that was the
trouble.
other thing. They said, yo, he had to owe the IRS. I don't know what, bruh, like that
22
was like
million.
30. One was 22 though. One thing was 22. Then you had
Jesus.
then five, then one, then two. It's like, yo, that shit add up. And that's like, think about it. That's close to 30 mil in the hole.
Yep.
Just to the IRS. That's
Yeah.
just to them. That ain't
I think
what
it's
you
what.
all these other motherfuckers.
That's why he also in the fights. Some of the fights that he had to do, he delayed it. Like for example, he only wanted to fight Pacquiao if he got 60-40. He always had to price the other guy or
Oh yeah,
outtake it.
but
Like
yeah, but at that time he's swimming in it, so he good. It seems that his money woes really begin when he separates from Al, tries to go out, do his own thing, starts fucking with the juice dude. The
mm,
what's his name? Rechnick. Start fucking with that dude. It's like you turned into a high profile scam artist because you don't really know what to do with your money. You don't know what to do with it. You what to understand what is the point of getting a Bugatti for what, homie? For what? What is the point? This you see the guys that's getting money. For example, you hear about Jay-Z, but you know what I don't hear about Jay-Z? That he was at the chain store buying chains. I don't
Uh,
hear that. I don't
bro,
hear that he dropped 17 mil on a watch. And you know that he probably did, but we don't hear about it. Yeah, because money is quiet. Fuck am I being loud for? How many more times I need to tell the same people I got money? How many? You walk around counting cash at a basketball game. Who does that? Who does that?
A motherfucker that has bad credit.
You know
I
what I'm
mean, come on.
saying?
Floyd can't get Apple Pay. He can't get PayPal. Like, what
Yo,
the fuck?
you know what would be the wildest shit on earth? If Floyd Mayweather got a 516 credit score. With all that fucking money.
When people want
Yo,
to
that would be fucking wild, bro. Shout out to
mm.
Napoli, bro. If this was back in the days when the mob had boxing by the nuts, Floyd would have been at the bottom of the Hudson River. If it was back in the
oh hell yeah.
day, he would
Maybe
have
with
been
Jimmy
at the
Hoffa.
bottom of the hood. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been down there with the spare parts, bro. Either the Hudson River or the East River, bro.
No
Like,
shit.
but yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
awful.
saying. That like and there was a time when I think we all believed that Floyd really had this mind for business, that he was like really this entrepreneurial type of cat. But like I'll say from 2017 on, I started kind of to realize that like, nah, you just saying what Al told you to say. that smart investment shit, Al told you to say that. That's where you got that from. Because when they ask you what you invested in, you don't never got an answer. And I seen a video with, well, what you investing in? Well, you know, I can't give away all my secret. Why the fuck it got to be a secret? Why is it a secret? You
The
invested in some
most
shit. What was it?
the richest man in the world, Warren Buffett, fucking gives away all kinds of advice. So what the fuck is Floyd Mayweather gonna do that Warren Buffett can't
You know what
do?
I'm saying? Like, listen, I invested in vibrating condoms so that you do a better job than you actually do. I invested in vibrating condoms from Microsoft. Like why
Fucking
you not being cloak and dagger about what you invested in? You didn't invest in shit. You just don't know what to say. When they ask you a follow-up question, you don't know what to say because you didn't actually invest in shit. You let Al do all the thinking for you. And I'll be right back after these commercial messages.
The only thing he invested in was jewelry.
Yeah, and tricking his money at Gucci, Herb. I mean,
Yeah,
that motherfucker made a video a couple years ago, and I told Jules about it, where he bragged about buying like $6 million worth of shit at Gucci, and I'm like, who the fuck would do that? Like, who's stupid enough to do that shit?
I guess maybe he didn't get a chance to grow up since he dedicated his life to younger years to boxing. Then when he got out of boxing, he goes, "Oh, I'm 23 again. Let me get this gold chains and just
You,
take a whole new
you,
persona." I'm
you
a
know the most fucked up part now that all this shit's coming out about Floyd Mayweather. We talk so much shit about Oscar. Oscar has never come out with stories like this about owing motherfuckers for trash collection.
see that we know Floyd vice is not drugs. It's just the lifestyle. So they say if the drugs don't get you, the lifestyle will. That's what they say in a lot of programs.
damn.
Yep.
Like, bro, you're a grandpa. Like, bro, chill the fuck out, man. Shit.
Yeah, bro, but that's what happens when you've never matured as a person. That motherfucker is almost 50 and he still thinks he's 25. It's like,
Well,
my man, this ain't 2001 anymore. It's about to be 2026. Like, ain't nobody fucking thinking you're fucking cool and fly anymore except for your fucking nut hugging fans, whoever's out there that's left. Outside of that, nobody gives a fuck about what Floyd does anymore.
get me a transplanted beard and put some shades on it like a rapper for the rest of my days. That's what his
Yeah.
idea was.
And I think, we're moving on as a society from cash, it's physical cash. So people see you with cash and they're like, I mean,
Rob your dumb ass.
yeah, fuck.
Well, no,
Like,
Herb, that's why that motherfucker has security like all the time. Because, I mean, what was it a couple months ago? I don't know if you guys saw the video where some dude, and I think it was either Monaco or somewhere in France,
oh,
said some
charge them
shit
up.
to him. And then his bitch ass security, like, trying to run up on the dude because he was talking shit to Floyd. And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, what a bitch. That dude's supposed to be, this badass boxer, but he's got security trying to beat people up for him. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Seen that
Yeah.
too. Floyd was in some store buying a watch or something. Shit took your dumb ass home. You in the store buying watches, catching beats and shit. That's what a child does.
Yeah. I mean, the
That's
dude's always been a fucking goof. And I mean, there was what was it? Uh, a few years ago, someone was saying that Floyd always lied about like his upbringing, talking about how he was saying that he grew up in the hood and that fucking his pops was when he wasn't a boxer, he became a dope dealer and got locked up. And, he made it sound like he was this fucking orphan who learned how to box, because of Roger Mayweather. But like this guy came out with a story and he had supposed like pictures and he put up some of the pictures on the internet, like this old white businessman in Tennessee. Supposedly, this dude was fucking like sponsoring Floyd's entire amateur career from the time he was like 14 till like he won the bronze medal in the Olympics. And that motherfucker said that dude never lived in the hood the entire time that he was with me. He goes, he lived in the suburbs. He's like, he lived in a fucking nice house in a nice neighborhood. That motherfucker never lived in some trashy ass, apartment complex or nothing,
He
and he
right.
was never poor. So it was just kind of comical when this guy just kind of put it out there that Floyd was a lying motherfucker about, his upbringing.
He seen his mother on drugs. Shit, that's the same story Devin Haney giving up.
Well, we already know Devin's full of shit.
Same story he's saying his backstory. My dad was a dope dealer, and I was around all the madness and all that. You grew up in Henderson, Nevada. He wasn't even out there in Old Town. It's crazy, man. Wow. Oh, wow, shit. Hey, who do we got this weekend, man?
The Serrano fight.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna fucking bring up to Jules. I just saw yesterday. There's actually gonna be a fight on tomorrow in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, they actually ended up doing a New Year's Eve card after all.
Wow.
What time is that? Like 5 a.m. or?
Probably like 1 a.m. out here, like
God damn.
like this morning or something, because it's their time, New Year's Eve. So yeah, that shit's probably like at 1 or 2 o'clock here on the West Coast. So it'll probably be like 4 o'clock for you.
Damn.
Yeah, like what's it called? The Ioka is moving up to 118 and fighting this guy for a interim belt. They said.
Now check this shit out, cause I was thinking about this shit. What is Netflix going to kick out for Floyd to fight Manny, right? And
Yep.
most I could think of is look, and this is being generous. This is me exaggerating in my own mind.
Yeah.
That okay, maybe they give you 80. Let's call it right, 80, maybe even a hundo. The way, yo, dog, you owed about 30 to the tax man. You owe 30 to the tax man. Yo, dumbass probably owe him. It's you see what I mean? If you owe 30 to the tax man and 17 to them and 10 to them and 100,000 to the garbage man and you owe the jet, it's like, yo, you'll burn through that in no time. That it wouldn't be enough to keep you good. Like, yeah, even a hundo would not for you because you a fucking moron. You an idiot. The way you spend money like a 12-year-old, but you damn near 50. What is it else that at that age, you know what I need? A Cuban sandwich and a patio chair to sit in while I eat it.
Yep.
At that fucking age. But you still, you still buying shit like you 20 something and you trying to hit the block and impress the bitches. Yeah, I gotta get the chain.
You can't,
Brody, how many watches do you need, bro?
you can't even get the bitches.
You know what I'm saying? He tried to get the young bitch. Remember that from like 3 months? He tried to get the young bitch, and the young bitch curved him.
Right?
See,
Shit, crazy.
you're too nice, bro. Because knowing what we know now, if I'm Netflix, I'm stiff arming his ass. Here's 20 million. Take it or leave
I
it.
mean, because the shit is that as it irritates me, but it is a reality. If you did that fight on that platform, that shit is doing numbers. I promise you. It may do bigger numbers. I don't know if it'll do the Tyson numbers, but I do believe it'll do better numbers than Canelo and Mayweather. I mean Canelo
Bud.
and
But
Bud. I
Yep.
would put the number at some 50, 60. Yeah, because it's still, it's a lot of Filipinos that still want Manny to get his lick back. Them alone, bro. Them
Yeah.
alone, they gonna put that motherfucker over the top. Then you
You
got the
really think they're
motherfuckers
gonna
like us.
have 50
Yes, I
million
do.
people watching two senior citizens?
Yes,
Jules?
yes, I do.
Yeah.
My dude,
Especially if it's free.
bro, Tyson was 56, bro. We ain't fought fucking Jake, bro.
And that shit
That
was
yes,
120 million.
trying to tell you, they'll watch that shit, bro. Like, so if you think about the bread, what would Netflix be willing to kick out to bring this to their platform? They know, listen, this shit did 4 mil. This shit did 4 mil at $100 a pop. This shit, 4 million people bought they pay-per-view at $100 a pop. That's crazy. Over 4
Yeah,
mil.
but it was also boring
wow.
as shit.
I
Wow.
know that, but the caveat is we not
Free.
charging you nothing. We not
It's
charging
free.
you nothing for this. You just got to turn on your Netflix account, and you know everybody got one. And we not charging you nothing for this.
Yeah, but
You know you
what I
gonna
think
watch it.
people
Real
aren't
talk.
like
Don't
taking
don't no
into.
no no real talk. Don't act gay. You know you would watch that bullshit. We all know that fight is a bag of dicks, but we would all watch it.
Well, yeah, because we're fucking fiends. Of course, we're gonna fucking watch that shit.
And the
But
casual, you know, the casuals would watch it on the homo shit.
but no,
Yes, they would. I got
listen, Wade.
I gotta
This
see
is where I'm coming
Mayweather.
from. Hold on, this is where I'm coming from, bro. Because what I think this fight what will happen is people are gonna be like, oh, Maypac 2. Let me brush up on that first one and see how that shit. They're gonna be
You
like,
giving people,
this
my dude.
shit
You are giving
gay.
people too much credit,
Nah,
bro.
bro, because when I went to go watch Zootopia 2, what was the first fucking thing I did? I watched the first one because I gotta brush up.
You
Bro,
you
we
giving people.
fucking
If
we
they
just
did
saw.
that fight for pass it to undefeated, te lo estoy diciendo que that fucking weekend con toda la mama con all these fucking cocksuckers, okay? The casuals are gonna push that fight
I'm not a
over the top. Te
cocksucker.
lo prometo. They're gonna talk about it on Power 105. They're gonna talk about it on the Breakfast Club. They're gonna talk about it on Club Shay Shay, right?
Stephen
All
A.
the fucking
Smith and shit.
podcasts, $1 million worth of games. Stephen A. Smith that don't know who to talk about but Floyd Mayweather. They're the ones that are gonna push that fight over the top with the casuals that don't know nothing about boxing, but it's that left out shit. That damn, yo, everybody, yo, you going to the fight? You go see the fight?
Bro,
Just so they can say
bro.
you go see the fight, and they don't even know nothing about
Stupid,
that
bro.
shit.
Pull,
I'm
That shit
telling
is
you,
gay,
pull
bro.
show you.
Like, Bro, it's everybody on the panel knows that that shit is gay and it's gonna be boring. But we just saw last 2 weeks ago a fucking YouTuber fight Anthony Joshua and that yeah, but
yo,
that
yo,
nigga got his jaw broke. You think
yo,
somebody's gonna get
yo,
their jaw
my
broke in this
dude,
fight?
yo, listen.
Yeah,
Here's a perspective for the excellence. While I grab my coffee, just for the excellence. Real talk for the excellence. We sat here at 12 a.m. watching Danny Garcia, bro.
that,
Joey,
yo,
Big Joey.
that's facts.
I
Hey,
had
let
let
me
me
get
get
a
my
barber and
uh,
shit.
coffee.
fuck. You gotta be so negative for, cuz.
God damn.
No, you see that? What the fuck is his name? The dude who played his Gandalf. He's actually reprising his role.
What's that a movie?
No, fuck you guys.
What's that a movie?
Yeah, that's what that fucking thumbnail that's up right now. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
Hobbit and shit.
Oh yeah.
Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
Did
I'm
it?
not into that gay shit, bro. I kid you
No,
not.
that's Jules' shit. I'm more of a Star Wars man.
Yeah, that shit gay too, bro. I'm sorry.
That's
I
fair.
know this stuff, man. If they don't show enough ass and tits, I ain't with it.
That's that man. That's fair, bro. He brings up fair points.
Yeah,
Watch that shit. I like the witchcraft and sorcery and all that shit, baby. You can't mix no tits with it. I don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
fair.
I was at the gym and they got this room where they show movies while you do cardio. They had Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
those are fire, bro. My gym doesn't have one of those.
Bro, them gyms are nice and they're not
My
expensive.
home oh, cause it's undefeated, right? My homeboy goes to
Yeah.
EOS. Allá in Duncanville.
Okay. I go to the
Yeah,
one in the Grove.
in the Grove. Yeah. Them hoes are nice. Way I've been wanting to go, but
Bro,
that's just a little
it's
too expensive for my time. I go to the Fitness Connection right there in Redbird.
not damn. That's the hood. Nah,
Well,
bro,
I'm
they're
from
like
the hood way. Yeah, like
Uh,
that's home.
bro, that's like they charge like 30 a month. 30 a month. And I go to the new one. Bro, they were showing Jurassic Park. They got that one bitch with the fat old ass short hair.
Oh,
God damn, I had to stop.
damn. Fuck. I know what you're talking about. That white bitch, right? The redhead.
Redhead, yeah, the copperhead,
Yes, bro.
bro.
She is so fucking thick, bro.
I was running and my shorts
That's
started fucking shaping
fucking
and shit.
Gwen, bro, from fucking Spider-Man 3.
Esa tipa, coño, esa
She had a
maldita nalga que ella
fat
tiene,
old
¿me
Yeah,
ass.
entiendes?
bro, que no, bro. Like, oh my god.
Fucking dick was showing through the
Le
shorts and
doy
shit.
una fucking mordida a esa fucking nalga, man. Leave teeth marks on her shit like a fucking zombie,
Que
bro.
no.
I might make the cheeks bleed a little bit. Goddamn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be on my, y'all remember Marv Albert? He was biting the bitches. You remember him, Herb? He was biting the bitches. Dude that
Morph,
used to cover the Nick games.
That motherfucker used to hit him with fucking whips, fucking
Nah, I'll
Jules.
do that bitch like Neil Patrick
Biting the shit
Harris
out
on
them bitches, bro.
like Neil Patrick Harris on
My
Harold and
nigga.
Kumar when he brands that bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
yo,
But
yo,
real shit
Jules.
that hold on, as much as we don't like it, Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2, even 10 years later, it would do huge numbers, bro. It actually on that platform. Now, I feel you that if you tried to do that as a pay-per-view, nobody is buying that shit. No one. Like, nah, what
Yeah.
the fuck I look
Yeah,
like
that's what I
paying
was
for
trying to
that
say. I
shit?
was like, well, under the circumstances, yeah, it's gonna do huge numbers, but I mean, just for free, my nigga. Like, come
That's
on.
because it's free. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Go
like
ahead,
whenever we have the
Ignacio.
Texas State
Oh,
Fair,
I was
bro.
just
Like
gonna
all
say
the
real
free
quick,
shit.
Jules. Did you know that Ioka's fighting tomorrow
Yeah,
in
and he
Japan?
want to. No, I knew, and he wants to fight. He want to fight. His brother. I could go for that, to be honest. But the shit with Ioka is, I'm a big fan of that dude, by the way. But he's a little guy, man. Like he's gonna be little at that weight, like 118. Like you gonna be little. They
Yeah,
might
I got a
fuck
question
your
for the
ass up.
panel.
Yeah.
Um, are you guys looking at the Juntao and Inoue fight in a different light now that
Yes. Yes.
That after Nagatani's performance?
Yes. I'll be real that it's not because of what Sebastian did. You know what I mean? Sebastian don't fight like Inoue. It's more because I saw how Inoue handled Picasso, how he dealt with the height, how he was still able to get in with punches and do things to a guy who's taller and younger. That's what and that they fought back to back. I noticed it wasn't just me neither. You immediately noticed the difference in speed. That yeah, Inoue is older than Junto, but he's like a lot faster than Junto. Like his
Yeah,
punches are
the fast twitch
snappy as
muscles way.
snappy as shit. And I'm like, then seeing them fight back to back, I can see how Inoue would beat you. It's not because you struggled with Sebastian, because Sebastian he ain't nothing like Inoue. So that don't got nothing. That's apples to oranges. It's because of how Inoue handled a taller, younger fighter, and he was really just doing what he wanted. The only thing he didn't do was knock him out, but he was doing what
Yeah,
he
speed
wanted
kills
to
way.
that dude. He's doing what he wanted to that dude, So
Yeah,
what I want, what before I pass to undefeated, I would rather see Junto fight 2 to 3 common opponents from Inoue before we get that fight. Go ahead, undefeated.
yeah. After that fight, I kind of like said it. I was like, yeah, the sizzle's kind of gone because we know Inoue is gonna run through that motherfucker
Yeah,
Junto.
right. Like Dick's not hard anymore, bro.
Yeah,
Not
it's
hard,
chubby
bro.
now. It's chubby
It's
now.
not hard, bro. It's a little bit of blood in it, but not like that. Like
It's not full erecting.
like you're gonna have to suck it for a
Like
minute
you know what I mean,
for
but
us.
you're not gonna push that shit in. It's just gonna, yeah.
It's the truth, bro. Like,
Yeah.
pero para mí, did you see the shit que Ohashi sabía que ese tipo? The dude said
Oh, I
Sebastian
finally got to
came.
watch that. That's some grimy shit, way.
I'm saying that tells me that Ohashi don't want to make this fight because if you knew this dude came to your gym and fucked everybody up, why would you then put him in there with Junto? Come on, like you giving the game away. You don't want to make this fight. Maybe now that you seen, Junto look kind of shit, maybe now you want to make it. But what that tells me is that up until this point, Mr. Ohashi didn't really want to do that because why would you
He didn't have
sabotage
he
it?
wasn't as he didn't have the faith in his boy.
That's what it is. And the way Junto was looking, right? Like, yeah, you could see. And a lot of people, people keep saying that the people in Japan were actually picking Junto to get Inoue.
Damn.
I yeah,
I could see that.
yeah.
Not
So it's
because
like,
hey, that was like that was the first fight in a long while where I was kind of nervous for anyway. Like, yo, this dude, this is a pretty big cat. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a
so
little bit
look, I
more
mean, like
rejuvenated.
If Inoue go, if he go to Feather, like, look, I don't know what he gonna do to be real, because he the boss, he's the big boss. But if he go to Feather and he fight Ball or Leo, I'll take it. Those are credible scalps. I'll take it. Do y'all trust that? Do y'all trust that Nick Ball gonna be Brandon in February?
Um,
I don't
He
know.
should. It's Brandon, bro. He should. I mean,
You know, you gotta remember what Jason said, bro, and he wasn't wrong. British chins versus Mexican fighters equals knocked out Brits.
yeah,
Brandon
he's
do
Yeah.
got Mexican in him. He got it
yeah,
in
but
him.
he's from Texas. Let's be honest.
He's has been stopped.
He's like second generation,
He
so
ain't
that
been. You
training,
right, Herb. He
that
ain't been stopped.
bro, he's like second, third generation, so that
He's
chin is
been
watered down. It's
stopped. He's
watered
been
down.
stopped.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That is fair.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. So I'm leaning. Look, the logical part of me is leaning towards Nick, but I got a bad feeling, bro.
There's gonna be a lot of hip tossing and all kinds of shit going on up in there, boy.
Bro, he gonna power bomb him, bro. He gonna give him the people's elbow.
and and Nick is a dirty motherfucker, man.
There's gonna be all
He
kinds of shit
is, bro.
there.
Bro, I
And
like
you know,
that shit.
it's a Queensbury show, so they ain't gonna tell him nothing. He might kick Brandon in the leg, and they ain't gonna say nothing,
With his thin ass mustache. Shit.
right? Motherfucker look like he a pirate. He look like he trying to be Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean and shit. Like, bro, grow a fucking beard, bro. Your wispy ass mustache, bro. You know
Hey,
what I'm
speaking
saying?
of
But
pirates, happy birthday to Mauricio. Today's his birthday.
Oh shit.
Mauricio Suleiman,
Word?
Yeah, yes,
the
sir.
WBC,
We back Canelo.
back
The
Canelo, baby.
WBC clean
The
boxing program.
WBC clean boxing program. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, I seen Two Tone. He said Shakur Stevenson better than Eno. I was like, I almost threw the phone across the room. Like, you
God
can't be
damn.
serious, bro. Like, y'all just some
We be
unserious ass people,
digging,
bro.
bro.
The way they
Y'all just
suck
some
Dana.
unserious ass. No,
You know,
Italo, well, let's see. I did my research, fellas, because I knew I was right. This, I'm probably gonna do a video on it later in the week. But the whole bullshit what he knew he's stacking his raps. You understand that in Texas they let you stack your raps and Las Vegas?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
like they let you, like, this is not an illegal tactic. Y'all dudes just looking for some bullshit to say is what I see. Like, yeah, like stacking your raps is normal, bro. Like y'all acting like either y'all don't watch boxing and y'all don't know what stacking raps is, or y'all playing dumb. Cause like I said, Felix used to stack his raps. He used to do that. That's not cheating. Some commissions let you do that. Some don't. But that's not cheating. You know?
but
Some bullshit.
I looked at it myself a while ago when I noticed how a lot of Japanese fighters they lack moving their heads and they got that straight up fight style like they on a bicycle they bounce forward and backwards one hand in front of the other one of them got that same style they don't move their heads a lot. I went a lot
A
of
lot
them
of them don't.
a lot
A
of them
lot of them.
die and I was like say maybe
That's why they get knocked out so
maybe,
spectacularly. They can't keep their head off the center line.
maybe because of the double
Exactly.
stacking I'm not moving their heads a lot of getting them killed so I kind
Well,
of
the
like
shit is that the shit is that them guys and they, you know, one thing about it, I'll tell you what it is, Herb. One aspect of it is sparring. You know, a lot of them Japanese guys is over there sparring other Japanese guys. You see what I mean?
yeah
Like a lot of British guys is sitting around sparring a lot of British guys. You see what I mean? Somebody said it and I forgot who it was. They said the reason that British fighters struggle so much with Mexicans is because they don't have the sparring. I believe it was Beats. When they coming up and coming through, you don't got that Mexican fighters in the gym for you to have those sparring sessions, that they're not readily available to you to become
Yeah, that was
acquainted
beats. I,
with
I
that,
was there. Yeah, that shit. That
right?
shit really opened my
And
eyes to
that
that shit.
and that shit makes sense that, well, like, yeah, if all you really sparring is other British guys, you're gonna be good with the British guys, but them Mexicans gonna throw you off. And it's not different. It's kind of like that with Americans too. If you think about it, when the Soviet style first arrived in America, yo, a lot of motherfuckers ain't know what to do about that shit because they didn't see it before. It wasn't a whole lot of Soviet motherfuckers in them gyms for you to have dealt with that. So with the Japanese fighters, yeah, y'all keeping y'all head off center. I'm on center. Y'all not moving it off center. Y'all getting beat the fuck up because who you sparring in preparation for a fight? Other Japanese guys.
okay.
It ain't a whole heap of Mexicans out there for you to get ready for them. It's not a whole heap of Argentines out there for you to get ready for them. It's not a whole heap of black fighters out there for you to get ready for them. You sparring other Japanese guys, getting ready for the world. So them guys when they get fucked up, they really get fucked up, bro. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so how about this, Jules? Even if a Brit or someone else, let's say if they went to the Olympics and they got to experience a lot of different other fighters from all over the world, but then when they turn pro, they're back in UK somewhere, and they still only have those UK fighters available to them. They still don't have any, any Mexicans to spar with. So
Check
they,
it out. Check it out. Ryota Murata, bro. That dude won a gold medal in the Olympics. You know that, right?
uh,
That dude won a gold medal in the Olympics, but in the pros, he is a fucking pinata. Remember when Rob Brandt fucked him up? Remember when Rob Brandt fucked him up?
oh
Before the Golovkin fight, Rob Brandt fucked him up. Like, he beat the shit out of Murata.
wow, see,
So, and the other thing is the amateurs is not necessarily a good parallel for the pros. It's shit in the pros you're going to have to deal with. In the pros, you're going to have to get ready for the Mexicans. Like, yeah, you are. Fuck these Olympics. Fuck these Estonians, these Yugoslavians. Yeah, that's cool in the amateur. That's fucking cool in the game. In the amateurs. But in these pros, you better get ready for these Mexicans.
Yep.
You better get ready for these Argentines, because that's what's there. It's certain shit you're gonna bump into. See, if you at anything, let's call 147 the border. At 147, that's the border where you might bump into some Mexicans, but you might also bump into some Eastern Europeans. The lower you go, right? Anything below that, yeah, you better get ready for the Mexicans, because there's plenty of them down there. The higher you go, you better get ready for them fucking Eastern Europeans, because it's a lot of them. Ukrainians, Latvians, Russians, Estonians. Yeah, you got to get ready. Whereas in the amateurs, it's so diverse that it is not a good parallel for what you will experience as a professional boxer. It's not they got amateurs. They'll do the amateur thing and stay amateur. They won't even go pro, some of them,
wow.
Look at the Uzbeks, for example. Yeah, Bakadir Jalilov, Shakram Giyasov, MJ Akhmadaliev. Y'all did y'all thing in the amateurs, but in the pros, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Nothing.
Oromiel.
Pros,
Fucking
that shit is not a good parallel for what you're gonna experience in the pros.
Right. You know,
Shout out to let me read the super chat. Shout out to Napoli. Nick Ball is a pint-sized featherweight. If he wants Inoue so bad, why don't he move down to one? Nah, it's all good because I think Inoue can handle him. After that Sam Goodman fight, I think Inoue can handle
Inoue
him.
pack him up on the cool. I think Inoue stop him, overwhelm him.
There was a punch that Sam landed in the first 4 rounds of that fight that I was like, holy shit. You getting lumped up by Sam? Sam don't even hit hard.
Damn the butcher.
yo, remember that live? I was like, oh shit.
He said,
Getting fucked up.
"Holy shit!"
Holy shit.
Now that reminded me of the Full Metal Jacket. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck? Yeah, when he's checking his bedroom shit.
Now, if we are going to be fair,
oh shit!
Look, Sam Goodman, he has never been a bad boxer, but yes, he is moving up in weight, and you should be able to handle that kind of guy easily because you're a world champion, because you are tested. But no, that guy went there and boxed you up. Trying to add to your point, Julius. Look, I understand that Mexicans have a reputation, and there is a lot of talented, well-schooled Mexicans, but you can rise to the top in the Mexican scene just with having a good gym, a lot of cardio, a lot of punch resistance, and maybe that's not gonna make you a pound-for-pound fighter, but it's gonna give you a very hard night every fucking time if you're not used to that kind of shit. Because I cannot say, for example, Hernandez, just yet, I cannot say that he was a better boxer than Nakatani.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but if you are throwing 100 punches per round nonstop, and you don't stop to come forward, and you can take everything the other guys have. Yeah, even if you're not the better boxer, you're gonna have a problem. And it's not that I don't think Mexicans are just more durable, but they are selected by that kind of characteristics. Like you have to be fucking durable. The Mexican
Let me
doesn't
say
have the
this. Let me
chin.
say this. Let me say this. What I believe is that there are many instances, which is it's not often said in the American boxing media because they always celebrate the homosexual shit. Oh, he's
Facts.
slick. Oh, he's fast. But here's an example. Roman
Oh,
Villa
he's
was not Mexican.
veiny.
Roman Villa was not Mexican, by the way. But to the point you just made, Leo, anybody would look at Rashidi Ellis, the way he throws his jab, his footwork, his movement. And if you're just looking at him for a few rounds, you're telling yourself, Rashidi is the better boxer than Roman Villa. But we saw what happened in the fight. That, yeah, maybe you're the better boxer, but you're not actually the better physical specimen because what you're doing, he can stand up to it and he's wearing you out. And that is true of many Mexican fighters that you could do all the cute shit. You know, you could shuffle and shift and be gay and do whatever, bro.
You're wearing yourself.
Whatever. That Mexican is going to bring, if there's a bitch in you, that Mexican is going to bring it out. Yes, he's going to bring it out.
Oh,
If there's a bitch in there, he's going to bring it out.
Resendiz versus Plant. Plant did everything right, but get his ass whooped.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
that's where the Mexican fighter is in many ways, you know, depending on the weight class, but that is where the Mexican fighter is the true acid test of the professional ranks. If you could deal with some Mexicans, you can hang. And that, you know, that applies to the girls too. Like, yeah, these Mexican bitches beat your ass. Look what happened to Ramla Ali. Fought that Guzman girl, got knocked the
Yeah,
fuck out.
my girl be whooping my ass.
20 bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but yeah, I totally understand what you are saying. This, what I was trying to say is, if you're in Mexico, or even in places like Argentina, if you're in those kind of places, if you don't have a chin, if you don't throw punches, if you're not willing to make it a dogfight, you're not getting, you're not even completing your first week of training. Go home. We are not here for this cutie, but you can learn that shit later. But first, you have to have this. In other places like in England, they're going to teach you the fundamentals and they're going to try to polish you, even if you don't have that chemistry. Ah, you
That's
don't
true.
have a cheat. You don't have a cheat. No, don't worry. Use the ring, clinch, and do whatever. In Mexico, no, you don't have a cheat. They're going
It's
to tell
the
you you are not good. That's it.
it's that I believe it's more the pros versus I believe it's the pros versus the amateurs mostly. You know, a lot of the countries that have a strong amateur program, those are the ones you're talking about. You know, the United States, the United Kingdom have strong amateur programs, and they still look at boxing through a purely X's and O's kind of light. And what often gets discounted, even today, as many times as you see guys get the shit kicked out of them, even today, the physical part of boxing, it gets ignored. That Brody, if you in there with a guy and he's throwing a quadrillion punches per round, it don't matter how good your jab is, you're gonna get worn out. Simple. You know, Lerone Richards, he was fighting a guy a couple of years ago. He's cutie pie boxer, wants to stay on the outside, act like a fucking homo. He got fucked up. Like, yeah, you get what? By a dude that don't, he not even a better boxer than you, but he got fucked up. What? Because yeah, that shit. Boxing is physical, but people want it to be more gay. Because you know you get the jab, and if he's he does this shit, it's like yo, this it's still a fight, homie. If you got a guy that he won't leave you alone, 3 minutes in a round, he won't leave you alone. You hit him, he don't go away. He throw three,
Yeah,
four
he just
punches
up
to
your
your
ass
one,
the whole fucking round.
right? That shit, you could be a great boxer. That shit gonna wear you out. Like there's a physical component that is often ignored, especially by Americans and some Brits, but especially by Americans. They're like, you want boxing to be a video game, is what you do though, because you completely discount the physical component and to some degree the mental component. Do you understand how discouraging it is if you hit a guy with your best shot and he don't go away? Oh, he's still there,
Bro, you
bro.
see that shit on some
Yeah.
of their faces, bro.
Fucker don't even blink and shit.
No, but and the other thing
That
is,
was like David in the Vosdick fight.
You know, we were talking about this yesterday. The era, my bad, Leo. The era we were talking about Floyd, how he made his whole style, the hit and not get hit. You know who was right behind him with that shit too? Son of God, Andre Ward. It was like
Yeah.
both of y'all are just born as fuck. Like no, like nah, man.
okay, it's more than being boring. When people talk about, most of the people that talk about boxing nowadays, they're always thinking about Floyd, and
Hmm.
that's gold standard for what a boxer should be. But what Floyd did, it cannot be replicated by a myriad of reasons. One of the reasons, one of the big reasons, is yeah, you had a way to negate the other guy's best qualities. His work rate, his punching power. You had Floyd Mayweather was that good. But listen, if you watch Floyd fights, and you watch fights in the current era, dude, Floyd Mayweather is just a lightweight grown up lightweight fighting other lightweight
Eso
grown
lo,
up lightweight.
manín, eso es lo que yo iba a decir. I won't even say this publicly, Leo, because I just don't want to deal with the backlash. I'm just telling you that, Floyd, if you had to fight Margarito at 54, for real, if you had to fight Paul Williams at 54, this shit is the shit is gay as hell with Floyd. It is what you said, Leo. Yo, you was fighting dudes that came up just like you. You rarely. I don't even know that you fought a real welterweight because Marquez is not a real welterweight. Manny is not a real welterweight. Even Cotto, he was at 54 when you fought him, but he was not a real 54. Look at him. He's 5'4". It's not a real 54. The real 54s at that time: Paul Williams, Antonio Margarito, Erislandy Lara. Those were the real 154s. You fought a bunch of little shrimpy dudes like you. And because you had more reach, right? Because that was a thing. You had a lot more reach than them shrimpy dudes. You could do what you wanted. But what if you didn't have more reach? What if?
What did he fight Birdo at?
47.
Okay.
That was one of
And
the
this and,
few
and
real welterweights he fought.
you tell me, Lee. What? Well, no. Okay. Wait. It wasn't Guerrero. It wasn't him because he moved up.
Can I move up
What? Victor Ortiz?
featherweight?
Victor.
Andre
No,
Berto.
no. Look, the only look, the only real welterweight that at welterweight, the only real welterweight that Floyd fought was Andre Berto. That was the only one.
Andre the
And that
Beast Berto.
and now bear in mind, Leo, that at this time there are real welterweights running around. And this is why I don't like this mythos mystique fruity shit. At this time, there are real welterweights running around. For example, Kell Brook. You can laugh at me all you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. He was IBF champion. You were one belt away from undisputed. Who did you fight? Andre Berto. Okay. But that was a real welterweight. Kell Brook was a real welterweight with real welterweight dimensions. About 5'9", right? Big kid.
Do you remember what Floyd was saying before fighting Andre Berto? What the reasons why he was making, he was giving to the people to fight Andre Berto? He was saying, "Look, Andre Berto
Young
is a
Hungry
top
Hungry
Lion.
young lion.
Young Hungry
And
I,
I
Lion.
can't
I,
overlook him.
I cannot look past him, and he has his country people because he's talking about the 18. He was talking about the failed
You
state.
know, yeah, because he's Haitian.
No, I don't.
Oh shit, he got Haiti behind him. Yeah, we gotta make it now because Michael and Chris,
The fans win, man.
the fans win,
Damn,
right? And but real shit. Oh shit, let me plug my shit up before it fucking cut off. Shit, I need to put the charger on. Be forgetting to do that shit. But this is what I mean about Floyd and the mythos around him. It irritates me because there are no critical thinkers that if you look at the entire line of welterweights that he fought, they were not welterweights. So you ask, okay, then if the guys he fought were not welterweights, who were the guys that he didn't fight? And I think he could have beat some of them. I think he could have beat Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was a real welterweight. I think he could have beat Keith. But I look at Sean. I'm not saying Sean would have beat him, but I really don't think that would have been easy. If there's one thing Sean is going to do, he's going to get close to you. What
Remember,
you do after that is up to you. You could hold or you could fight, but he is going to get close to you. He is.
remember what you said about 2 minutes ago. Y'all can laugh at me all y'all want about Kilbrook. Well,
Mm-hmm.
y'all can laugh at me all y'all want. I had Amir Khan beating Floyd. Longer, taller, faster hands. Bro,
Do you
don't
know why?
stop.
No, no, I know. Look, I know. Look. Please, right? You're among friends. I would have agreed with you. I would have agreed with you.
Yeah.
But if slow ass Danny and his no look hook could find you, Danny was never fast. Danny is slow as dog piss, right? And he found your ass. Before that, Breeders' Prescott knocked your ass out. That was at 40. I think Floyd would have you would have what I see in that fight is in the beginning, Amir Khan's speed is gonna make Floyd look bad. Where Amir Khan is not that good, the combinations become monotonous and they can be timed. That's the problem with you gonna throw the same shit over and over again. Why? Because it's working. You don't improvise. You have success with a thing, with a thing, with a thing, and you just keep doing it. And then you do it too much and you get knocked out. So I think Floyd would have got him. He's not really a good example of what we're talking about because he wasn't a real welterweight. Remember, Khan used to fight at 140.
Yeah, that's
To,
true.
to me, this is not so much about shitting on Floyd and his legacy. I don't think many people would have done what Floyd did, even without the angling. It was very difficult. This is about giving. People think about Floyd that he was a kind of a super saiyan at one punch, but dude, there was a lot of angling in Floyd's career.
There was
One of those
angling and
kids.
there was also there was angling, but to the point that you made, which is valid, it can't be duplicated because some of what happened wasn't even up to him. It wasn't up to him that Cotto was worth money. ¿Me entiende? It wasn't up to him. It wasn't up to him that Manny was worth money. Marquez was worth that some of it was outside of the conditions were just right for you to do that. That the guys who were worth money and the guys who were the somebodies, right? That wasn't up to Floyd. That wasn't down to Floyd. That's just what the shit was. It just so happens that a lot of these guys are really little fucking dudes. Come on, Koto's what, 5'5", bro? 5'6", something like that. Not a big guy. Marquez came up 2 weight classes for that fight. Guerrero, I think he moved up. Didn't he used to campaign? How many divisions Guerrero was a champion in?
Guerrero was, I think it was a 4-weight division. It was
Yeah,
coming
like
from
he
super
moved.
featherweight.
So it's like the conditions was right for you to fight the right people that they were built that way. But if you really thought about it, yo, dog, imagine Floyd. I'm just saying, you gotta be real. Imagine Floyd fighting the Margarito that beat the shit out of fucking Maravilla. That's a big guy. Let him rehydrate. That's a big guy. Manny had to fuck him up, and that was at a catchweight. And Manny had to hit this motherfucker with everything, dog, to fuck him up. Floyd, you didn't hit that hard at 47, 54. And a guy like that if you really think about the styles, your dog, a guy that tall who throw a lot of punches and he hit hard and he's probably cheating. Throwing 3-4 punches to your one pot shot, to your one pull counter. Yeah, you might, and it's not shitting on him, but it's like, yo, dog, I'm saying ain't nobody dumb out here, bro. Like, yo, shit was perfect for you. It was just the conditions was right for you to do that.
No, but I said this shit before a couple of lives ago. To me, it was always suspicious that for how accomplished Floyd Mayweather was, when he was, because he had to have a couple of pictures showing up his titles. There is a fuck ton of green on those titles and nothing more. And
¿Verdad?
makes me think what was the role of the WBC and the WBA in that era? Were they trying to make the promote? They were they protecting guys like, I don't know, like Herrera or like Juan Manuel Marquez, like Goto? Because at least the difference with that era and this era is you can put Juan Manuel Marquez against an Alvarado and he's gonna perform. You cannot do that shit in this era. You cannot put fucking Rolly against a fucking. How is that guy called? It's
What
mandatory.
fucking Giasov.
You cannot put Rolly Romero against a guy, Giasov and expecting he does well. No, no. Before, I think it was a lot of angling, but every once in a while, one guy rises up and he challenged the guys, the established guys, the
Well,
Guerreros,
let's say this.
the
Let's say
Juan
this
Manuel Marquez.
because we can't revise history. En eso tiempo, we didn't pay attention to the belts. I know that for a fact.
Mhm.
We just didn't. And that was just some shit. Una mierda que está pasando ahí, right? I remember in the Tyson era. Do you think I even knew that Bruce Seldon had the W? I didn't know what the fuck he had. I didn't know that. I didn't. What was it? Tony Tucker? Was it Tony Tucker at the
Yeah.
IBF when he fought him, Mike?
Yep.
Tony Tucker at the IBF.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Like we watching that shit. I didn't know that. We didn't talk about that shit. That shit was really popularized after Floyd. Honest to God, like honestly, yeah, that shit was really pop. That's a recent development. Paying attention to who has what belt in order to unify it. That is relatively new. We never talked about belts back in. No, we didn't. We
Yeah.
it was because it was sort of implied. Yo, dog, if you was somebody and he is somebody back then, it wasn't even about y'all belts. If you was somebody and he is somebody, y'all gonna fight. That's the way it was. And we don't gotta ask y'all to fight. Y'all knew y'all had to fight. Whereas different now is, oh well, you got the BC and he's got the BO and then and the whole shebang bang.
Okay,
And
but
that's the
Julius, I think this is just a suspicion. I think it's not fair to revise history in this way, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Right now, in 2025, it's very easy to check up the rankings and see what's happening. And 50 years ago, you could not know. If someone was getting froze up, if the media wasn't reporting, you will never know.
You're right. You are right. You are right. That you couldn't keep up with it. You're right. You're 100% right. You couldn't keep up with it then the way you can now. That's so true. It's a click away now. If I want to know World Boxing Council, World Boxing Associate, any one of them, all we got to do is hit the website now. We can see. Whereas before, if there was angling, we wouldn't have known about it because it was not as accessible. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah, if the media is not reporting, is the media is in cahoots with the WBC and the promoters, you're fucked. You're never gonna know what's happening under the. So if there were, uh, what's the word? If there were frozen out fighters like from Eastern Europe or East Asia, you will never know that you were consuming what they were presenting you. That was American, British, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and that's it. So it's different now. You can see the chicanery in plain sight because it's way more difficult to disguise.
I'll concede that. I'll concede that, and I will concede that the chicanery would have been better disguised before because you couldn't keep up with it as easily. However, the best fighters in the world were still hailing from the same countries. They were like that's Mexico, America,
Mhm.
occasionally a British guy. There were not a lot of Eastern Europeans in that time. There weren't because the Soviets weren't in professional boxing. So no Soviet countries were in professional boxing. You might get the odd Italian or the odd German, you might get that. But yeah, it was a completely different demographic of boxers back then than what it is now. Now It's the world, bro. It really is the world. You got Brazilians, you got Argentines, Mexicans, British, German, Russian, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. Like you got all type of shit now. You know.
Melting pot. Hey yo, Jules, there's a wanna get the super chat first?
Let me get this first. Shout out to Pork Chop. Just got out the Avatar. Good watch. Yeah, I heard that shit 4 hours, bro. God
Wow.
damn.
Good
Go ahead,
watch.
Herb.
Damn.
Um it's a young fighter from he's from Mayweather's gym. His name is Robert Merriweather. Have you ever heard of him?
I have heard of him. I have heard of him. I never
Young
seen him fight, but I've heard that name.
kid, cutie pie dude, outside pure boxer, fast on his feet. And so now he's definitely signed to Zuffa. Now I'm saying we're gonna watch this kid because they might try to make him the face of Zuffa, a star there because he's young.
If he don't get his ass beat, if he
If
don't get his ass beat,
they might line they line him up with some cupcakes trying to make something out of him. But they might try to make him a star over there. Who knows? Because he's young. That's the whole thing with him. He's young. So,
that's a good point. That if you got a young motherfucker, the shit is that you can't have too many of them sugarfoot guys, man. They gonna fuck your shit up.
hmm,
They gonna suck the fucking air right out the fucking room. Lateral movement and jab. Lateral move. That's gonna be the fight.
Shit. What's stopping
Can't have
Carmel
too
from
much of
going
that
over there?
shit,
right?
bro. I mean, I said, Floyd ruined his career before it even fucking started. That kid has no momentum, bro, at all.
Shit.
And whatever he made
His
from
career
them,
over.
whatever he made from them little fights he had, he probably make more than Zuffa.
Yep.
He should just go to fucking Twitch and start stream like yo, bro, your boxing career over, bro. Just play video
Stop,
games.
stop gaming, right? Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? And grow different freckles, bro, because you got wild freckles. Yeah, just grow more freckles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, your career over. Floyd not gonna cut him. You gotta realize how retarded it is that Floyd don't give a fuck about boxing. Like, if people can't tell, like, he don't give a fuck about boxing, promoting boxing. He don't care about that shit. So why don't you just ship this kid off to somebody who can help him? He's young. You gonna fuck
That
up his shit for?
of these young boys' lives and shit.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because if you gave him the Eddie, yeah, Eddie will do something with him. He'll keep that kid, but that kid will fight 4 times a year if he's with Eddie. 4 times.
Yeah, he
You
won't
know,
be sitting on the sidelines getting fat.
but I'll say this, Ignacio, that I personally don't believe the kid is all that good to begin with. The whole hype around Carmel is that that's Floyd's guy. I don't see what the fuck you did that's supposed to make you so special aside from Floyd picked you up. That's it. That was the
Yeah,
whole talk.
the biggest thing with him, Jules, is that if he does continue his career, he's got to be fighting. If I was his manager, I'd have him fight him at 22, 26, no higher than that.
He's too fucking fat to do that.
Yeah, but
He can,
that's
That,
the
and
thing is that's why you got to get a real trainer to whip his ass into shape.
and the whole thing about that little kid is a Gervonta Davis knockoff.
Yo
Like
lo dije,
he has
Leo. Yo lo dije. He ran out and signed the first light skinned kid that's 5'4" that he could find.
he stocky.
He probably yo dog. He probably seen Carmel outside the bodega eating a chopped cheese. Like, you want a contract? Ain't you Floyd Mayweather? You want a contract?
Can you fight, kid?
Oh my
You
god.
know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that at the moment Javante left, he signed the first short, light skinned kid he could find. The first one. Like, come on, dog. Like, we can see what you was doing. You was trying to make Javante jealous. You got your new Miss New Booty fighter. It's trying to make him jealous.
Right?
Oh,
And
sissy ass shit.
take him nowhere. But to the
For real. To
janitor.
do nothing with him, cause the shit you don't got look, you don't got a network deal. Why is he not at PBC is the other thing. Why is he like, well, not that they could really help him, because right now they can't. But it's like, yo, that shit makes no sense what you're doing to that kid. It really doesn't. Like, it makes no sense. Cut him
You know,
loose.
because
You
you
know,
know who they got now for their preliminary cards? Frank
he,
Martin.
Frizz Inc. They got Frizzank
Well,
buried on the prelim fighting Cubans, bro.
God damn.
Shout out to Don Juan. Floyd is washing money through Moten. Well, he can't be washing much. What's he washing? $5 bills?
And, lit-
Or-
and bro, and literally, if they gave him to Eddie, Eddie can work with them, help him out. Instead, they got him working with Danny Garcia. Like,
Yo,
what the
dog,
fuck?
Floyd should. You're not the promoter, Floyd. You should be the manager. Let Ed Dog be the promoter. You be the manager. You get a cutoff for whatever Kermel get, right? That's what you in it for anyway. You ain't trying to micromanage. And you shouldn't even be the manager. You know why? You're not a lawyer, Floyd. You gonna need a lawyer to read through his contract. You're not a lawyer. You know that a lot of people in boxing, a lot of the managers, for those that don't know, they have a background in law so they could read through the legalese. You know, like Lupe Valencia, Rick Mirrigan, Keith Connor, these people, or they have access to lawyers if they're not lawyers themselves. But Floyd, what the fuck you look like even like you shouldn't even be a manager. You gonna need a lawyer to read through his contract.
What that mean? What that mean, lawyer?
What that mean, Levi? What does that mean, Mr. Seinfeld? Right?
For all we know, Floyd would hire Jackie Childs to be his lawyer.
Yo, he said, Jackie, you really watch Seinfeld. You really watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the truth though that a lot of the managers, they have a background in law so they could read through the contract and the legalese of it. Whereas Floyd, you're pretty much useless to this kid. You don't have a broadcast deal or a platform for him to fight. You don't have any fight dates. And you can't be a manager because you don't have a background in law. So what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yo, I still can't believe he's about to lose his fucking strip club building.
Yo,
Like, that
it's
shit is
just sad,
wild.
bro. All those titties. Yeah, see, those are the refugees that we need to take in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Strip club refugees.
Give them that daycare money, man.
Fucking Jules.
you know what I'm saying? You just gonna be all these titties and ass in the street, like undefeated, gonna drive up there fast as fuck. Like, I'll help y'all. I'll help you. I got y'all.
Come here.
You
Come
know
to my
what
house. Come dance at my
You know what I'm
house.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna go to undefeated. It's gonna be strippers everywhere in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bathroom.
In the
Bitches gonna be
garage
getting
and
down.
shit.
Right? It's gonna be bitches on top of the house getting down. You sit like, what the fuck going on in undefeated house? Like, I don't know, dog. Like, he's got a bunch of strippers over there. What the fuck he doing? You know what I'm saying? Feed them bitches in fucking socks and underwear, bro. They all gonna be wearing white tees and shit.
Undefeated got all the strippers with the heart of gold.
Right? He got all the Julia Roberts pretty women strippers and shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All them bitches' name is Gloria. This shit is crazy, bro. But yeah, man, like you know, go over there, you get a Netflix bag. Maybe that keeps you afloat for another few years, but poor spending habits always catch up. You don't know what to do with the money. You just keep fucking it off on pure bullshit.
This came out on where? The whole
Business Insider.
you know how they get Floyd, bro? He still got a mind of a child, so they'll start calling him broke. He's gonna try to like say that he's not and buy like a new yacht or some shit. He's gonna go broke again.
He's gonna take a picture of somebody in front of somebody yacht.
Yeah, because
Well,
that
I would say
motherfucker.
this at this point, just a guesstimate. I would say Conor McGregor has way more money than Floyd. That's what I suspect. You earned more. You earned more throughout your career, but you burned more in a shorter duration of time. That at this point, yeah, I think Conor has a lot more money than Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jules, people don't realize that motherfucker had a huge stake in Proper 12, and so when they sold that shit, he made a killing off of that alone.
He paid.
He got paid. He made like
and don't you
200
see-
mil off that.
And don't you see that like que Floyd, él no tiene nada. Like he doesn't have anything that's like that. That you made, that you started something. You know that The Rock had a tequila, right? I don't know if he still has it, but he
Yeah,
made a
that
lot of
shit's
money
ass.
off of. It's ass, yeah, but he made
Yeah.
money is the thing. He made money. And it's like you see other people that delved into other areas, wine, tequila, just different things, and they made a killing that you could say, like, yo, he probably good off of that. We can't say that about like what, Gel Blasters? Love Windows?
That motherfucker franchise gyms. That's how pathetic Floyd is.
He thought he was gonna be the McDonald's of boxing.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what I
Okay,
mean? I don't know.
See,
this
that's
is
why Jules, he should have never pissed 50 Cent off. 50 Cent is such a smart businessman. He probably could have helped that motherfucker make a killing, but he pissed him
Something.
off and made him an enemy.
They could have made a Netflix special about Floyd Mayweather. Go ahead, Leo.
Hey, yo.
yeah. Look, when people talk about investments, the correct way of investing money is look. You took a X amount of money, you invest it in, you diversify your assets, and after 10, 20 years, you see the fruits of your labor. What these guys are trying to do, most of these guys with a lot of they stumble into a fuck ton of money, is equivalent to gambling.
Yeah.
Like if you ask a gambler, like a real gambler, how much money did you make? They're gonna tell you, oh, wow, dude, just the other weekend I made 50K. Well, last year I lost 100K, but this weekend I won 50K. I know my luck is changing. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Most of, most of
God damn, I feel that shit, bro. I
Feel
feel
it,
it.
yo.
look,
His, his
I can
writer
feel it.
says
But
English.
most of those guys, there is a reason why gambling is such a big industry. It's not because everyone is winning. It's because everyone is losing money. That's what.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and some of these people they want returns after 2 3 years. Yeah, you're most likely if that's the way you invest your money, you're gonna end up losing all your money
Yo,
because
Jules, there's a program, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's literally called How the Lottery Ruined My Life. And almost every fucking story is all these people who literally came into a fuck ton of money and just literally pissed it away doing the dumbest shit ever. The only time I ever saw a story where a guy actually won a significant chunk of money and he actually ended up being a successful lottery winner was that motherfucker was a business owner, and they asked him, how did you keep all your money? He goes, because the only thing I did with my money when I won it was I bought a piece of land for me and my family to be able to build a house and like ride ATVs and dirt bikes and all that shit. He goes, and then I took my entire extended family on a vacation to Italy because that's where he was from originally. He's an Italian dude, and then he said, and then I invested some of the money into my business, and I never sold my business, so I'm still making money, to this day. And the guy kept like $5 million, and I think he won like 10 million bucks in the lottery.
No, listen. Like the real thing is that, and I'm not the guy that has all the answers. I'm not Mr. Know It All. I only know what I would do, and what that guy did is like that's very close to what I would do. I don't want a Bugatti. I don't want a private jet. I don't want any of that shit. I don't want gaudy chains or gaudy watches. I'm not into any of that shit. You see what I mean? What he did, yo, dog, I would sooner build a compound for my family and my extended family than blow it on toys. That shit, like, bro, who needs all that? That shit is not about nothing. And what I would invest in, there are there's lots. See, if you already have the money, if you already have it, you can make a lot of residual income from laundromats, from soda machines and vending machines. Yeah, like if you have the money already, like Bing, you won 10 mil, and you just want a quiet residual income that you can collect from every so often. Yo, vending machines, yeah, soda machines. You can make money with that. Laundromat, yeah, you can make money with that, and you can have one of your kids handle that business. You don't even have to do it. Like, no, you get your kid to handle that business. They go collect all the bullshit. See what I mean? And you keep the money in the family. But everybody, it's really what Leo said. You guys are always trying to like be so over like well, yeah, I want to flip houses or shit like that. I want to flip really like yeah. Well, what are you looking to get rich quick? If you want to stay rich, you pick something sustainable. You can do an online business also. I don't know, you sell comic books. You buy rare sneakers and then you auction them off. There's a lot of little things that you can do that it's not complicated. If you a hustler, you know how to hustle. If you a hustler, you know how to hustle. It's not complicated. But a lot of these, it's like yeah, you going off of shit that you heard somebody say is what you do. Yeah, like yeah, I'm gonna flip houses. Yo, I'm gonna renovate. Yeah, okay. You know a lot about flipping houses. You know a lot about that.
Yeah,
See, I don't,
it's like
I
a
don't,
lot.
I don't know. Listen. I don't know a lot about washing machines, right? I know how to use them. I know people use them, and I know how to use them, and I'll do that. Oh yeah, we're a laundromat. You can make a lot of
Jules, it's
fucking
like
money from
pro
a
athletes who
laundromat.
get big ass contracts that literally you hear the stories about how, oh, well, this friend or this family member came to me with a business plan or a business idea. Let me run a restaurant. Let me run a car wash. Let me run a nightclub. And then them motherfuckers end up footing the bill and end up broke because those people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, that they delve into industries that they don't actually understand. You know, like he opened, for example. I've always used this as an example of how Floyd doesn't actually know what he's doing. If he knew what he was doing, there would be a girl collection in every state in America. Don't make me the owner of the titty bar. These shit, I'm gonna kill everybody with these shits. There's gonna be a titty bar in the schools, bro. Yeah, a girl collection. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what you're doing because you see, you don't love what you're doing. You love being looked at. You love being perceived as if you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing and you don't love what you're doing. Whereas if I get undefeated, like undefeated is the fucking regional manager of all the titty bars in the state of Texas, bro, he's gonna he'll start glowing. He might float away how much he loves his fucking job. Okay? You gotta stay in your lane, and that's not like yeah. Sometimes you gotta leave your comfort zone, all the bullshit, the cliches, yeah. But you gotta understand what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like you don't understand stocks and bonds. You don't understand real estate. You don't understand any of that shit. You don't. You the guy. You need people to understand it for you. That's why nothing you've done works. It doesn't work. You know?
There was a YouTuber years ago, bro. I'm talking about maybe 7 years ago, and he was the first one that started ringing the alarm about PVC. Like, hey, get your lawyers and get all the money that they owe you because it's going down. This and then
I remember
later
that guy, the
showed
Spanish guy. He's a Spanish guy.
he was
He's
really
a Spanish
connected,
guy,
bro.
right? That he was in a. Was it
He
a
was
guy who was in a car?
no, it was
He
no,
was
no,
in a.
no. It was a guy. It was a black guy.
Okay.
Okay, and he because he was connected and he was really cool with Watson with not the
Oh,
twins,
you
the
talking
dad
about
Watson.
barbershop conversations?
Yeah, yeah,
Fred.
Yeah. He
yeah.
did say that shit.
Fred.
He did say that shit. Yeah,
And
Fred.
Fred was like, he was saying that he was he heard the conversation where Al was talking to Floyd, and he was like, "Hey man, like the MGM, they want to give you a room, like a permanent room for life or whatever." And he's like, and Floyd was so happy with that room, he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take it." He was like, but Al on the back end, he was getting like 20 million. Like Floyd is so stupid that you could like you could dangle a carrot in front of him and he'll want it, but like bro, like they're you're missing out on money, like stupid
Yeah.
ass.
And that's a lot of the shit with Floyd is just trying to impress poor people. If you see
Like
it, who
yeah.
because do you think that Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Jay Z or Warren Buffett are going to be at all impressed that you're counting money on the floor seats at a Knicks game? You think they give a fuck about that shit? Who is that for? Poor people. The watch, the bullshit. That's impressive to poor people. Ain't nobody with no real money looking at that shit and thinking nothing. What
Yeah,
impresses those kind of people is your entrepreneurship. If you if you wanted to impress them. And the other thing about those people is they're not trying to impress each other. You know, maybe they're narcissists and they have personality disorders, but they have a drive and they want to accomplish something. That's why they are the way they are. Whereas you just want to appear like, "Yeah, I'm rich. I did," like you still think like a poor person. You do.
Yep.
That's why you still
Yep.
buying fucking watches and shit. You
Jules,
know,
Mark Zuckerberg is a multi-billionaire and he dresses like he fucking walked out of the Banana Republic
no, I'm
Bro,
talking. No,
with all that
the dude
money.
dresses like he crawled out of somebody's fucking hamper. Wrinkled
Yeah.
T-shirts,
when
dingy
yep,
jeans.
when I was younger, bro, we used to buy sections at the club. Bro, it'll be like $2,000 for like 3 bottles. Those 3 bottles are like $50 each at the liquor store. Growing up, now when you mature, you realize it and you look at the owner like, yo, this guy is
Yeah,
amazing. He's
right, right.
Yeah, he hustled you out of your fucking
I
money.
go, I go to Webster Hall. I go to fucking Exit. I'm young. Fucking
yeah.
$7, $8 for a fucking Corona. $7 or $8 dollars. I hit the fucking block. It's $1 or $2. Fucking asshole. The fuck are we
They
doing?
put, but they got the
Fuck.
bitches, the loud music. Of course, you're gonna
And
try to
then
impress
and then
them.
and when your entrepreneurship kicks in, right? Because you're a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn. We love
Yeah,
fucking money.
yeah,
You understand. You're not selling me the beer. You selling me the bitches. That's what you
exactly.
sell. You selling me the bitches.
Exactly. Look, I had this friend a while ago. Really. He was he has from my similar age bracket than me, and he used to tell me about the same shit that he's never really going to bars because it's too expensive. When he can drink, dude, look at you and the amount of bitches you have because it's not it's not so much about the amount of bitches you have. I've seen your game, dude. You need to get out more to bars. You need to get out more to the club because it's weird.
Mm.
So there is a part of your life you need to pay that money because you need to talk to people, dude. But it cannot be into your 40s. No, that's crazy. If you're gonna be hanging out in the club in your 40s, now, but in your 20s, I think it's acceptable. You have to leave that shit.
It, it's certain shit. It's certain shit. Because it's kind of what you said about gambling, Leo. You kind of hit the nail on the head about the dynamic of a lot of businesses. There's a lot of money in gambling because a lot of people are losing. That's why there's a lot of money in gambling. Well, there's a lot of money in clubs because there's a lot of idiots in clubs that are paying $7 for a fucking Corona. How many of those guys though are going home? How many? And nobody took a census of it, but how many of you guys are actually getting laid doing this shit? Don't come here. Don't come here and spend whatever you got to spend for the VIP section and all the liquor just to go fuck the bitch at the job. You didn't need to go to the club to fuck the bitch at the job or the bitch
Nah,
at the school.
Exactly.
Julius, you need the rounds. Sometimes you need the rounds.
You
You
know,
need to keep the heavy back.
hey, come on,
You
bro.
need
We
you
need
need
the
to
tune-ups. We need the tune-ups, bro.
yeah, dude. It
No,
cannot be
no, no,
that.
no. See, you're not getting me. That the reason that the club scene is so lucrative to the club owners and the people there, right, is because a lot of people are going there under the impression of something that is not going to happen.
Oh yeah.
You're going to
Not that
spend
real.
that money. A lot of you guys are going to go there and you are going to go home and beat off. Okay? This is reality. You are going to jerk off tonight, okay? So for that, just focus on fucking the work bitches, the school bitches, the neighbor bitches, because you're not gonna. Most of the guys that are most of the guys that go to the club, they're gonna go home with a piece of ass. No, most
Fuck
of them are
no.
not. They're not. So waste your money, waste your time. Shout out to motherfucking El Cagon. Invest in your 401k. The compound interest makes money.
Yep.
That's real
He's
advice.
Yep.
100%
Real
correct.
advice. Shout out to Don Juan. The girl collections had B and C tier girls and charging A plus prices. The girls look like AC Green.
Damn.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
I would have expected better. I would have expected better of Floyd's bitches. Like, damn. So you just got what, like, fucked up looking strippers, man? Shit, But yeah, and everything is kind of like that. That you don't realize it, but they're selling you the decorum. Not even what you're buying, they're selling you the decorum. So you really have to ask yourself is if you came here for bitches, be real with yourself. You came here for bitches. Couldn't you have got these bitches at the IHOP after the club
When they're drunk and shit.
when they're already drunk and they're hungry and you could buy them pancakes?
Shit, man. I,
You see, shit is crazy. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
That's so true, bro. Because back in the day when I used to go to clubs,
yeah.
like 75% of the motherfuckers that I would see buy bottle service, them dudes used to get fucking used for their booze, and then the bitches would end up going home with other dudes. So it was like you look stupid giving these broads free alcohol, and then you're not even getting nothing out of it.
Yeah, them drunk girls like pancakes too, man.
Like,
And
bro, fucking one time, just to give you an example, one time, bro, it was fucking hilarious. I was at a spot with a cousin of mine, and these girls that were in there, not bad looking broads. They're probably about like sevens. Um, they're in the spot, and fucking, he like knew them, and he was like chopping it up with them and talking to them. And then like he walked away from him, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, like what the fuck? Like you were talking to these broads and you walked away." He goes, "Oh," he goes, "Bro," he goes, "Watch." He goes, "Watch these broads." He goes, "These bitches like to use dudes for free alcohol, and then they just dip." And like I literally stood there with him. We were like standing a few feet away from where these two broads were. They walked up to the bar. These two motherfuckers, like two dorky, preppy looking motherfuckers, bought them drinks, bro, like shots and I don't know what the fuck else. Bro, those two bitches literally pounded the alcohol and then just bounced. And these poor bastards probably spent like $60, bro, on shots and
See,
booze.
that's why
And they didn't get shit out of it.
that's why you gotta give them coke.
damn, fuck.
That's why you gotta give them coke.
Damn, Herb.
Yes, they're not going nowhere after you give them some coke.
What the fuck?
Right or wrong.
Yeah, but you
I
can't just whip out an 8 ball in the club.
But
Or
you and your girlfriend, your party, take it to the bathroom with your girlfriend, go check it out. Come back. They're not going nowhere.
I stopped doing that shit until I hit 25. I stopped doing all that shit because I used to go out with a whole group of friends. It'd be like 14 of us, and I'd be like, man, fuck it, first round on me.
Oh my god.
Bro, I would take a bitch home and not fuck, but then the next day I wake up to like $200 missing from my fucking bank account. Like, god damn,
yeah,
man.
exactly, bro. The following day you end up with fucking a hangover and regrets on all the
Fuck
money you
yeah.
blew through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then when I stopped at 25, but then I had one of my boys who was a drug dealer, and he was fat and he was out of shape, he was ugly, but
Oh,
he had money, so every time he go to the club, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get he was like a Floyd Mayweather type of mentality. He wanted to let people know that he had money, so he'd be like, "Hey, I got all the bottles tonight." Like I'm like, "All right, cool." And we fucked the bitches, and he go home with a hard dick, bro. Like he's
Yeah, with blue balls
with
basically.
blue balls and shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, bro. I saw that shit too many times where motherfuckers thought like, "Oh yeah, uh if I buy alcohol, like that's gonna get me laid." No, motherfucker, because 9 times out of 10, if you just let the wrong fucking broads into your section, all they're gonna do is just drink all your booze and leave. That's all they're
Bro,
gonna fucking do.
like
I'm not a bad looking dude, I want to say, but if I know there's like four bad bitches approaching me at the same time, I know what the fuck's going on. Like, man, suck my dick. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
fuck with
exactly.
hey
you.
shit.
Fuck.
I'm not a dime. I'm like a shiny nickel. So I mean,
Fucking
you
her.
know what it is and shit.
Yeah.
But that's why and those kind of scenes and people are pounding back liquor. That's the gateway for you to give them the coke. They already
Damn.
drunk. They try something on the bathroom. Next thing they on your heels all night. You got pussy going home, following you home.
You know what? I was watching Scarface the other day, and it's true, bro. Cause didn't he get Scarface's sister that coke in the bathroom?
Oh yeah,
He was about to clap her and shit.
have it right in there. Told her.
Yeah.
See.
Shit.
So, hey, and I'm like, let me see what the fuck I'm gonna tell you guys.
Yeah, man. what was it? I used to hang out with this dude that I knew for a long time. I would always trip out on how every weekend he would always go to this one particular spot, and like the spot was cool. It was always popping. Like the DJ who would be playing like the fucking music, and like you'd see a lot of like I'd say 70% of the broads in the club were pretty tight, and the fucking drinks though, bro, were expensive as shit. I remember the
Yeah.
first time I went there with him, motherfuckers were charging like $14 for like a fucking rum and coke, bro, and like
Yeah. Fuck that.
$16 for a vodka and cranberry. It's some expensive ass shit, bro.
Put it
And I
down.
remember I told him, I said, bro, how the fuck are you here? Like three weekends out of the month. Like, how can you afford to be out here? He's like, bro, he goes, I don't fucking spend like the normal price that these motherfuckers charge. He goes, what I did was I got in good with the bartenders and they would hook me up with drinks. And all I did was
Yeah.
just tip them really well. He goes, that's the only reason why I can afford to come out here. He goes, I tip these motherfuckers like, 40, $50, and they're hooking me up with like over $100 worth of alcohol.
Yep.
That's for their pockets too. So hey, that's a hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, shit. But you have any virtuoso? You're from the city, right? Have you ever heard of a club called the Goat? The Goat. You ever heard of it?
That's Ignacio, bro. I don't think
Yeah,
Virtuoso
that's
went.
yeah,
Virtuoso
bro.
is
No,
on here, man.
Virtuoso's not on.
Yeah.
My bad, but no, but there was a club here. I think it was in the Bronx. It was called the Goat. I never been to nothing in my like it in my life and shit, man. You go into this place, it's not but so big. It's a bar. They got a couple of girls on top of the bar strip, and they got a strip pole over there, and then in the back, and then there people just fucking all over the place too.
Oh
Fuck.
shit!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Too
Like,
much.
yo, what the fuck you brought me to? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I've been a prostitute master for years, but I'm not gonna do this. Like, oh hell,
Shit,
fuck
it'd have been
no.
all about exit stage right, man. Fuck that.
This
I'm out of
shit
here.
crazy in there. I'm like, wow, bitches back, they screwing, they stripping, they drinking, they smoking. I'm like, this is crazy. I ain't like that spot neither. Like, I ain't like that shit.
I
Yeah.
went.
Well, Herb though, I do live in the city, but I don't live in New York, bro. I live in LA.
I
I've
went
been to New
to.
York. I've been to New York, and I actually have a story about a spot when I went out there back in the day. About 10 years ago, me and a couple of friends went to New York for one of them. It was celebrating his birthday and shit. So we had some friends out here in LA that are from New York. One of our friends, his uncle was the manager of this of a bar in. I think it's in. I want to say it's in downtown Manhattan. It's called the Copa.
The Copa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he got us in there, bro. Like he hooked us up with a table. We got bottles. Like he hooked us up like nice. So we went in there and like my buddy, my buddy and his friend, celebrating his birthday and shit. And we had bottle service and then another one of my friend whose birthday it was, he ran into like a couple of his homies from LA who just happened to be out there at the same time. So they ended up joining us, and like it was a pretty solid group of us. It was probably like 8 of us and shit hanging out in the bottle service or whatever. Long story short, bro, like these dudes went out there and started trying to like chop it up with the bitches from there. A couple of them got lucky. They were able to pull some broads, but the fucking wild shit was like at the end of the night, my buddy whose birthday it was and his homie caught these 2 blonde broads, and I guess these 2 blonde broads were with some dude there, and the motherfucker got mad that my homies fucking pulled his broads. So he ended up like him and his boys came up to my friend and his buddy and like started trying to beef with him and shit, like trying to fight him. So they ended up like scrapping right like outside the entrance, and like everybody spilled out onto the fucking street. you know, my buddy and his homie, and then me and a couple of other dudes jumped in with these motherfuckers, and so they're fighting outside the fucking Copa, and one of them ended up fucking getting shoved through the window of the fucking club and broke it, and I think the owner of the Copa called the fucking cops. Bro, them fucking New York City police beat the shit out of everybody.
En eso tiempo, en
They don't
eso
play,
tiempo,
man.
Made
yo,
him pay for the window.
I said, yo, Herb, I ain't say that shit the other day. The NYPD of years ago when we was young is not today's NYPD. They would have beat you, and they'd beat your ass. They would have
Yes.
fucked you up like that. That was a different gravy back then. Like now they docile now. They Hindu cows. Like you know what I'm saying?
My teenage years consisted of bullpen therapy and watching numerous guys coming off the street with their heads wrapped, their eye, that's fucked up. You know?
That NYPD from back in the day, it was a lot of personality disorders on the force.
You come in there, you come in a bullpen mummy wrap, your face, your hand. Hey, man, I'm like,
get locked up at the 30-30, you gonna turn into mom rob, bro. That was real shit. That was different. It's a different time, different times. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on that note, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I am gonna go live for New Year's, but I ain't gonna be live all the way till midnight. I see y'all motherfuckers on the next one.
All right, man.
Yeah, I made it to the end of a live without being told